Alright, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Desoladies semi-finals. We got Killer Lemons versus Powerpuff Girls. My name is Juven. I'm joined by my buddy Steamed Hams. Tell the people how you feeling, Steamed Ham.
Hello, Internet. I'm extremely excited to be casting this hopefully super exciting semifinals match, and then if all goes well, we'll be casting the finals tomorrow. Super stoked to see what these two teams come up with today.
So I haven't seen either of these teams play or any of these players. However, I do hear it's going to be hype. First ban, AA, coming up from Killer Lemons. I see this first ban all the time.
Yeah. So I've got a little bit of extra information here. I've got Dota buffs up and running for all the players. It looks like Shank T on the side of Powerpuff Girls is an AA spammer to some extent. So this is probably a respect ban, but also just a solid general ban.
Very annoying hero to go up against, 110%. So I do love the Powerpuff Girls. I'm a big fan of the show. Oracle ban.
Now
My God.
Do you think they're trying some very specific, not anti-Oracle strategy here? Because, well, we got a few private profiles on the other side, but I don't see any big Oracle players over there.
They could be. You know what? Maybe it's just a hero that they see all the time, and Oracle played well is super annoying to play against.
Oracle played well is terrifying. I can't do it myself, so I don't know what it feels like to wield that power, but I have had it wielded against me, and it is not fun.
So looking at the banners here, I think I don't know. Who would you give it to?
Let's see. Well, we do with every draft. We do a comparison of the quality of the flags, and like usually it's pretty one-sided, but today they're both pretty good. I'm not sure what a bingle ring is. Do you have any idea?
I have no clue what a bingle ring is either.
And there's an orange trademark square. So, I mean, this is giving it to me for, like, I'm interested. Like, maybe the Killer Lemons. I might give it to the Killer Lemons on this one.
They're definitely pulling me in. I wish they could have gotten all three Powerpuff Girls on the flag down here. I think I'm going to go with the Killer Lemons. They put in some time on this flag.
Yeah. I guaranteed, like, Dota has such a terrible method of uploading these flags. They tell you to upload one image, but in reality it wraps that image around to the back of the flag. So you need to really cut the image in half to get it to, like, properly fit on each side. Caudle ban coming out from Killer Lemons.
I think that's smart. Caudle is making a resurgence in the meta. He's a very annoying hero after he got buffed.
Yeah, what was it? 722H gave him another disco ball tick, right? Another
yeah.
What's that ability called?
Illuminate?
That doesn't sound right. Will-O-Wisp. It's Will-O-Wisp.
Will-O-Wisp.
Illuminate
the
is
Night
the
Stalker
big blast.
ban?
Night Stalker ban is just tactical because he is a terror in pubs.
It doesn't matter that they gave him a little bit of a nerf there. He is still a big boy with a big AoE silence that lasts forever.
So they nerfed Medallion a bit, and he's just like, that's fine. He'll just pick up an urn instead and ruin people.
Still a strong boy.
And they removed Ring of Protection from the side shop, and I don't think that really did anything to him. Like, he didn't care, really.
Yeah. Silencer ban out, so we're looking to be using some spells here on Killer Lemon's side.
Maybe some big team fight stuff, some channeled Sand King stuff. Nothing like silencing a blinking in Tide right before he ravages.
So perchance, do you know if they have a Storm player?
Let us see. I don't see anybody. There are two hidden. Profiles on the side of the Powerpuff Girls. I see a Sand King player, like Ronnie is a heavy Sand King player, apparently. In fact, Dota buff indicates that they are a Sand King spammer. So hopefully,
you know what? I love Sand King.
Me too, and I'd love to see a Sand King spammer play Sand King, because that's going to be some high quality Sand King play.
So they're using up a little bit of reserve time on these bans. I'm always so cautious to use reserve time on bans.
Especially first phase bans. Yeah. If it were me right now, I would probably just ban super annoying off lanes. Ban Mirana. Just get that. Unless you want to play Mirana and you have first pick, just ban Mirana.
Absolutely. But Moonlight Shadow is a drain on resources, as well as on my patience. Alright, was that a ban on Pudge?
Pudge ban.
Ooh.
Yeah, big Pudge ban. Although it kind of makes me sad. I love watching Pudge in games just for the chaos that ensues due to the spicy hooks or lack of spice.
Absolutely. He does set up a lot of good team fights for either team as well as ganks. He is a spicy boy, looking for first pick here now from the Killer Lemons.
What we got? They've each burnt about a minute of reserve time, I think. Elder Titan, solid first pick. Shown in TI9 to be a ridiculously strong position 5. We just whacking people with the briefcase.
He's insanely strong. He did receive a bit of a nerf, however, I don't think it was enough to pull him out of the meta.
And Witch Doctor, another awesome 5. Solid first pick.
Well, these guys are looking to fight here. Very exciting. I do like Elder Titan. You know what? He makes the game very energetic. Like, you gotta avoid that spirit. You gotta avoid all those echoes, as well as his ulti. It keeps everybody moving.
So I actually watched a Wagamama stream the other day where he ran Elder Titan, just an unranked, but he ran him mid. And he devastated. He was like 3 hitting the pudge. You stack the camp and you put your spirit through it, and you just hit like a truck. Anyways, win range, pick 2 coming out. Versatile pick. This could go anywhere.
Absolutely anywhere, yeah. Back on Elder Titan, I've seen people, they drop their spirit on one edge of the map, TP to the other side of the map, and as it gets dragged through all the camps, you get all that extra attack.
That is insane. I never even thought of that.
Big Clinks pick up here, so that's either your 2 or your 1, or it could, I guess, be your 3. Clinks makes games either go quickly, or it's one of the best defense I've ever seen on the high ground.
You just drop the row of spooky skeletons on the high ground, and nobody can walk at you. Very good against Wind Ranger as well, if they opt to go for an Orchid on the Clinks. If you don't have Wind Run, then you die really quick to a Clinks.
So
it looks like...
Clinks...
Sorry, go ahead.
Or, go ahead. You go ahead.
I will. It looks like they Just Be Better on the side of the Powerpuff Girls is a heavy Wind Ranger player with a pretty good win rate, almost 60% win rate on that Wind Ranger. 9.83 KDA, so I'm expecting to see some big fights coming out of this Wind Ranger, assuming it is
huge Wind Ranger plays.
Just
yeah.
Be Better.
So if Just Be Better is running this, it sounds like they play him as a core or play her as a core.
Yeah, very likely.
Both teams showing 2 of their core picks pretty early in the drafting phase. I do like when you draft cores earlier as opposed to later, so then you can counter enemy heroes with your supports.
Yeah, me too. I like drafting versatile cores earlier, or just annoying offlaners that like a Tide Hunter. Like, what are you really gonna do to him? Like, how do you counter pick him? Like, you can make his lane crappier, but then you get to save your support picks for when they could really have a high impact.
100%. So the bands coming out here: Bat Rider, Bristle on the side of Killer Lemons, and Faceless Void. Faceless Void is a solid ban out. He can't stop Wind Ranger, can't stop Witch Doctor if he's banned out. That's a great ban for Powerpuff Girls.
Faceless Void's another one of those heroes that's just a terror in pubs. Like, he still goes Midas, and then it doesn't really matter what you do to him. He ends up getting money with a Maelstrom, and then eventually he just shuts down your whole team with his massive AoE.
Chronosphere is a problem.
Chronosphere is a problem. Yeah, we just cut it in half. Like, make it like a quarter sphere instead of the half sphere we got going. Make it like the wall coming out of Darkseer, except a little fatter, you know?
Absolutely.
I mean, that would remove the hero from the game, but I would be okay with this.
Honestly, if they made it a little bit smaller, it's hard. It's hard to balance that, right? Because at level 25, that thing covers half the map.
You know what they should do is they should make like an Eye of the Storm in the Chronosphere, where if you're in the exact middle of the Chronosphere, you are not frozen.
That'd be dope.
It would be hilarious. You can have your own CM blink into the middle of it, and then just ulti down into the Chrono. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Cool.
That would be awesome.
I'd be into that. So 30 seconds left of reserve time on the Powerpuff Girls. They're gonna cut it close with these picks.
Yeah, they still have a ban and 3 picks to go. This is a dangerous situation to be in.
So we're waiting for third pick here from our Powerpuff Girls, our local heroes.
I wonder if they're gonna match their hero picks to the colors of the girls.
My God.
My God. So far, I mean, they're close.
Amazing.
They got green, they got blue, purple. I mean, close enough. So we're looking for a Mars here. Sand King.
There's the Sand King.
Well, red, close enough.
So big pick on the Sand King. So it sounds like Ronnie is going to be on that in the offlane.
Almost guaranteed going to be a Ronnie Sand King. Let us see their stats on Sand King. Yeah, also nearly a 60% win rate. Played as core in the off lane 100% of the time. So if we see a Sand King non-off lane, I'll be very confused.
So I love Sand King in the off lane. Good disable, huge magic damage going into mid game, and even late game, lots of mobility if they get that Aghanim
He's
Scepter.
actually a monster. I think giving him full invisibility in Sandstorm and the ability to attack in it was just too much. Like, he's too strong of a laner. Ooh, Mirana pickup. Awesome pickup.
So great pickup. Mirana is also a flexible pick. She can go anywhere. I think it's the 4 here. However, Moonlight Shadow, the arrow, and then the attack speed on the talent make Mirana a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I really think position 4 is the best spot for Mirana, pretty much no matter what your lineup is. She doesn't really benefit from the farm as much as other 3s do. And you're still useful even if you get like one item. Because you're just an arrow and invisibility machine. That's really all you're there for.
Yeah, I like Mirana and Lina for the same reasons. Like, they can transition into a core role if the game does go 40 minutes, 50 minutes. You got another right clicker that's doing
that would be an
loads
awesome
of
pick
damage
for the
you.
Powerpuff Girls. Run a Sand King Lina lane, put Wind Ranger mid, and then Witch Doctor with I don't know, any old core you want.
Yeah.
That gives them a really strong fighting lanes.
So they got 2 more seconds of reserve time.
Oh no.
Hopefully that's a real pick and not
a
random.
I really hope that wasn't a random. It was close. It was down to the wire. That's a core LC then. That's position 1.
That's a position 1 LC likely, yep. Or 2. You could put LC middle. It's a little bit of a harder time, but...
Yep. Actually, he does really well against some heroes. Like Broodmother. As I have learned, having tried to play Broodmother against him. Don't do it.
So yeah, they do have a lot of reliable disable on the side of Powerpuff Girls. I think Killer Lemons needs to pick some up.
This explains the Oracle ban too. If they wanted to run an LC strategy, Oracle can prevent any duel from happening automatically. So it's possible that this was not a random and was in fact picked specifically for the strategy. They have a ton of lockdown. Death Ward can guarantee they win duels every time.
It's true.
Yeah, it looks like they might be doing just a strategy centered around this LC. And I mean, it's possible I'm wrong and this was a random, and then I'm just completely talking out of my ass. But it seems good.
It works though, 100%. I think that there are. See, if the Mirana's being ran as a 4, there's not much room to counter the LC pick. If you switch her to a 3, you could pick up a Winter Wyvern. You could pick up a bunch of different heroes that could switch it up. The Warlock pick. It's pretty good.
He can help. Doesn't really save your dual target, but if you could drop the rock on a duel and stop it, then that's pretty effective.
Yeah, and later Fatal Bonds mixed with the Clink's little bony army, very effective.
With this Warlock pick, do you think this Elder Titan is in fact an offlane ET?
Ooh, yes, he is. It's that or he's a core ET, which I'm okay with.
I'd love to see that. Show me that ET. Swing the big briefcase.
Powerpuff Girls banning out the Spectre. They figure that Killer Lemons don't have their 1 yet.
That's honestly not a terrible ban. Yeah, big fan of that ban. Otherwise they could just Mirana Invis as 4, and if they find a good target, Spectre can just pop in.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm getting this inkling that Mirana is going to be a core. Looking at this lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be. My guess is 4 ET, 3 Mirana. 1 Clinks, 5 Warlock, and a mid Bloodseeker. There it is.
I take back everything I ever said. No, Mirana might be the 3.
Actually, they could run 2 of these heroes in mid, so I have no idea what they're going to do. They probably want to run Clinks against Wind Ranger mid. I actually don't know what's beneficial here. Bloodseeker can probably outlast her with Blood Rage, assuming the Wind Ranger is mid.
10 seconds remaining.
I do like Bloodseeker on middle. I usually play him as
5,
the 1, but
4. Oof, that was a close one. Drow!
There's the Drow pick. Okay, so that's their 1.
Oof, they have an explosive lineup. There's Ronnie Sand King, just be better on the Wind Ranger. Yep, just as my handy dandy Dota buff predicted.
So everybody's picking into their heroes here. For the cosmetics battle, who do you give it to, Steamed Hams?
Right, let's see. Is this a naked Mirana? I think they got a new hairstyle on that Mirana.
She got a hairstyle.
Let's see. I am going to hand it to the Powerpuff Girls, but solely for the Witch Doctor, because that Witch Doctor looks awesome. What do you
It was a
got?
spicy witch doctor.
Like overall, there's more cosmetics, I think, on the side of Killer Lemons, but I really like that witch doctor.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. I think it's a draw for me this time around.
Yeah, the Bloodseeker, you can see him on the side right now. He looks pretty good too.
Yeah, and the Elder Titan's got the Immortal on his back,
All
so he looks good.
Oh, here
a
we
little
go.
spicy.
Look at that. He's smoking a pipe. Come on.
He's a smoking the pipe. Alright, so here we go. Game 1, Powerpuff Girls versus Killer Lemons. Let's do a few introductions on both teams. So starting with the Radiant side, we got Crab Cake on the ET, Egg Bake on the Warlock, Nami on Clinks.
Oh,
we got
a pause. We got a pause.
Olart. We got a pause. Olart on the Marana, and then Running Away is a name that I cannot pronounce, but you've read this book.
Telenolat Ilin.
All right, rock on. Up on the Dire side, starting with the off lane, we do have Ronnie on the Sand King. We have Just Be Better on the Wind Ranger. Heading towards middle, we got Quicksilver on the Legion Commander. Going to top lane, we got Shang T on our boy the Witch Doctor. And then finally, just hopping out of Fountain, we got Lu He on the Drow, or Lu Hai. Louis. Maybe Louis.
Louis. Let's go. Louis?
So we're getting some connectivity issues. We're going to try to get Clinks into this game here. It looks as though the Legion Commander is headed middle. It's going to be Witch Doctor and Drow top. And then Ronnie and Just Be Better going to the off lane.
Wind Ranger off lane along with the Sand King off lane. Both of them are showing that they play almost 100% core on that role in that lane. So we might be seeing 2 3s coming out from the side.
2 3s? Makes a 6.
A 3 and a 3. It makes a 6. Although they're not going to be buying wards like the 6, very likely. We're looking at Bloodseeker safe lane, which means that it's going to be Clinks mid, very likely, unless they want to stuff a Marana there, which is also an option. Let's see.
I very much so agree with Bloodseeker off or safe lane.
Yeah,
100%.
Clinks mid. He's got 3 shared tangos, 2 slippers up against the LC. Quicksilver, 2 shared tangos, got that Fairy Fire and a ward. No ward on the side of the Clinks yet, so might have a slight vision advantage there for the Powerpuff Girls.
Set. Yeah, these lanes will be interesting. I think that putting Just Be Better and Ronnie in the off lane is more so to deny farm than to gain farm on their cores.
They've got a sentry to desentry the first sentry. And what's got? Just Be Better has, is that another sentry? They have 2 sentries in their own off lane, so they really want this invisible Sand King. Let's see if the Warlock has what they need to counter it. 2 wards. No sentries on the side of the Killer Lemons.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
I
looks
was
like they
reading
haven't
their
quite.
flag. I was gonna call them the Bingle Rings. The Bingle Rings.
Yeah, and it looks like ET is going to be farming in the off lane with his hatchet, with his 3 mangoes. Keep him safe.
Mangoes, oh yeah. That gives a shocking amount of HP regen, right? That's 1.8 HP sec regen. That's like every 12 to 14 seconds you can eat an auto attack from a weak support, roughly. Which is like actually, I guess, not amazing, but it's better than nothing.
Used to be higher, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 1 HP regen?
I believe it was 1.2, and they cut it in half.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. No HP regen on Crab Cake, though. So, supreme confidence that they will not be taking any damage in this lane.
Alright, and it looks like we're good to go as we move into the game here.
Powerpuff Girls starting the game with 3 sentries, just going aggressive on that vision.
Hey, vision wins games, alright? Always remember that, vision wins games.
Ward coming out from the LC, taunting as she walks away from the mid lane.
So we do have skills already leveled on Ronnie. He got Invis. We got Wind Run on the Wind Ranger. So she's not quite looking to fight as much as get away. The Arrow and the Echo Stomp leveled up here in that combo, looking for the Wombos.
That is a devastating combo if you do get hit by it. Looks like they might be positioning to fight up top. They really should with this Clinks ET Marana lineup.
So Cask is leveled first on the Witch Doctor, so he's ready to do a little bit of battle.
That is generally a pretty safe play. And we've got, is that Drow Aura? Precision Aura coming out first from Drow, so she gets caught out early. It's going to be rough. Let's see.
5, 4. Is the arrow going to come out? The arrow comes out towards the rune.
Oof.
Drow is going to eat it.
Completely takes the rune. Oh, but no follow-up from the side of the Killer
Right.
Lemons. Good arrow, but team decided they didn't want to commit.
The bounties go 2-2 to either team. We got ourselves an even start here.
A little bit of harass coming out to Shang-Ti from Olart. Marana using those pointy arrows.
The Dire get up a lane ward there, so perfect for harassing if you are the support.
Yep. Looks like, and there's a ward coming out from the Elder Titan. She was, I believe, spotted by Shang-Ti, so if she did indeed spot it, then it's free money for her. Oh, mid. Let's see, who's winning mid? Currently 3-3 for Quicksilver mid. Really using the moment of courage to farm pretty effectively here.
It's a very good skill. And Clinks' auto attacks take a few seconds to adapt to if you didn't like practice a little bit beforehand.
Honestly, shoots the slowest arrows in the game. Down bottom, a little bit of harass coming out from Eggbake onto Ronnie, sending those the Shadow Word and the Warlock orbs onto the Sand King. Looking back up top, Shang-Ti's in the trees. A little bit of a dangerous situation. Catch an arrow there. Not a very good chance of staying alive. Trying to get to the side shop, it seems. Alright, Klink's starting to catch up here. In last hits mid, gone now 5-0. That two LC's 8-3. Oh, they're just gonna man fight each other.
Oh geez, Nami
That
in a
is
dangerous
brave.
position. Quicksilver praying for procs.
Praying for procs. Salve coming out from Nami. Now she got overwhelming odds leveled, so this is scary. Alright, Quicksilver almost going down to the flame arrows, but makes it out to live another day. A little bit of dancing going on top between the supports of the safe lane top. Shang-Ti finds that ward. Yep, that was free money on the side of the Witch Doctor. Cass coming out. Gonna connect once or twice. Not too much damage coming out there.
Not too much you can do in that lane with the Drow until she hits probably about 3-4.
Quicksilver
Then at
fighting.
level 6. Oh,
Moment has pressed the attack. It looked weak, but then became very strong very quickly. The Klink
down
was forced to
bottom.
Run away. Yeah,
Put
down
in the
bottom.
chase on a. Yeah, so just better getting away. Ronnie just walking away there. They almost picked him up. Oh,
Ooh, first blood on the Elder Titan top. We missed that. Trying to watch the action down bottom.
both teams definitely getting into it here already off the top. Action in all lanes.
Telenalat Lin in a dangerous situation, low health, under the sandstorm, but walks away. Shadow Word coming out, trying to bring Telenalat Lin back to full health. That is a long name to say. Arrow
Just trying to get
lands.
some last hits.
Arrow
Oh,
lands on the Drow, but unable to complete, as Elder Titan had just previously died and wasn't there for the follow-up. Oh, Cask and Maledic coming out onto Alart. Quick leap away, saves 2 leaps. Level 2 Maledict. Oh, and a little quick arrow. Oh, unfortunately, the Astral Stomp does not connect. Back
the
down bottom.
AoE on that stomp is insane.
It feels huge when you're playing against it, and then you play it, and you're like, this is the tiniest AoE of all time, and I can't hit anything with it. That may just be my own skill talking. Looks like mid is slowly Quicksilver slowly running away with mid, has double the CS of the Clanks at the moment. Arcane Rune coming up on Quicksilver as well, so it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle to win mid now that... Here, let's see. What has Quicksilver got queued up? Nothing queued up. Anything on a courier? Yeah, we got a wand on a courier, but it is not. That is for her. On the Drow,
And a Wraith Band.
2 Wraith Bands coming up.
Oh, and bottom. Double stun. They're just going to put a few hits on him. However, they don't quite have the damage as Sandstorm was down at the moment.
Yep.
Sandstorm back up.
Talena Lin knows how to stay in lane. Just get those last hits on creeps while you're fighting with Blood Rage on to keep yourself sustained up. Eggbake totally out of mana at this point with no mana regen. Might be efficient to literally just die. 5-minute runes are up. Looks like LC went top to snipe the Radiant rune, which actually gives some breathing room to Nami here in mid, who can put some pressure on the tower. Oh, it looks like we may have a fight up top with the LC. Yeah, here comes the Maledict and the LC with press the attack. Overwhelming odds. Unfortunately, pick the target that happens to be able to leap away. Oh, Nami is TP'd up, and it looks like we're just going to disengage here. Oh. Shang-Chi finds another ward. That's 2 wards for the cost of this literal 1 sentry. That is a value sentry. And sentry finally goes down.
Yeah, as the LC, I think you want to wait till you're 6 to start making those rotations. However, he did secure 2 bounty runes,
yeah,
which is
that's
definitely
a kill. That's an entire kill for your whole team,
Oh,
essentially.
down bottom.
Looks like Talena Lin gonna make it out. Gets stunned by Ronnie, but it's not enough. That's Stout Shield.
Playing dangerous games, though.
Very dangerous game. Very bold. You must be very confident in your ability to last hit. Ooh. Run, Talena Lad. Yeah, it's very hard for a Bloodseeker to farm this lane, just due to the Sandstorm. And oh no, Eggbake.
Oh, no.
Eggbake in trouble.
Oh.
Gets caught by the stun and Sandstorm, but they just don't have enough damage to close anything out. They are being extremely annoying. We do see the LC rotating in, maybe looking for a first duel of the game. It looks like it's going to be a tower dive. Yep, no fear, just walking in. Here we go. It's time to duel. Oh!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, but they pick up the duel. That was the longest range duel I think I have ever seen. Well, actually, that's a good rotation, but no duel damage means that's going to be hard for the LC to start snowballing.
It's sometimes difficult to find that balance between letting somebody get the duel off and getting that kill.
Yeah.
In Dota, it is a split-second game, so.
Yeah. Nami now finding space mid with Quicksilver rotating around. Nami is caught up in levels. As far as farm goes, almost caught up as well. So these rotations, let's see the net worth chart. 3,000 in the direction of the Powerpuff Girls, so that's not that much at this point in time. Easy to recover from that.
Very easy. Yeah, they just need to get this Bloodseeker a little bit more room. It's good that the support's kind of backed up. He had to walk back from base, but it gave Bloodseeker the chance to get those early levels that he needs, to get level 6.
Olard attempting to arrow the large creep of the camp at the exact same moment that Shang-Chi had pulled it. So whiffed an arrow for nothing. Very sad.
So in behind, here comes Quicksilver.
LC coming in, looking for another duel. Unfortunately, the Dire safe lane is saying, you know what, I think we're okay without that. We're going to just keep farming here. Stun coming out from the arrow. They land the Astral Stomp, but LC is just a big hero and is very tough to bring down. So, going to disengage there. No harm, no foul. And this is all just gravy for Nami mid, who is saying, ooh, tower damage, so delicious.
We're going on the Bloodseeker once again.
Yep. Although, the move speed is enough that... Oh, is this... The Fatal Bonds, are they enough? Oh, the Blood Right's gonna miss. And that's a dead
Ronnie
Sand
goes back in. Ooh.
Oh, here comes the ult. Oh, unfortunately. Is it enough? Oh, that shackle was a millimeter away from connecting. Great patience coming out from, my apologies, just be better. Patience waiting on that shackle just to try and get it, and you were so close, but unfortunately not quite close enough.
Telling Alan not giving up there. The Wind Ranger was getting the benefit of the tower armor.
Yeah, it still just wasn't enough as the Warlock decided to walk up and finish it up. LC has moved to farming these jungle camps. Looking like probably going to be a Blink first. Saved $1,700 so far.
Great first item.
Yeah, great
100%.
first item. Allows you to pick up the Clinks. They don't have time to invis if you Blink duel them. Yeah. Now this bottom lane's looking a lot safer for Tourney lane. Just once you have that 6, you have the threat of the Rupture. That said, still no sentry on the side of the Killer Lemons, so this Sand King could just stand here with impunity.
So here comes LC coming bottom. The Sand King is now level 6, so Epicenter is ready. Huge source of magic damage. Going to be very, very dangerous for Egg Bake.
Warlock walks directly. Oh, and the Shackle. Yep, this should be a pretty straightforward duel. Yep, coming out. Oh, well, that was a close one. For some reason, the auto attacks felt really slow. Moonlight Shadow coming out from the side of Killer Lemons. We're going to see if we can make anything of it. Clinks has a double damage. This should be a kill on somebody. Yep, there comes the Clinks ult. And, oh, that arrow almost connecting on Lohi. Or Louis? Louis. Louis, if we're pronouncing your name wrong, we apologize. Please correct us after the stream. Or if you're watching the stream, please don't watch the stream. You're in the game.
Pay attention, will ya? Alright, so Ronnie finally getting some of that solo XP that they want. The sentry does go down. There's the Shadow Word on top, telling it it's going to throw down in the silence. Ronnie's not going to be able to get out of it in time. They still see him. They're going to try to punch him down, but there's the TP out. Ronnie's going to get out as he gets out of the way, and Just Be Better is just going to try to walk away here, as there is no Rupture to catch him. There are no stuns on the side of the Radiant to hold her down.
Wow. Just Be Better
Shaggy
with the
shows
MVP
up.
Shackle. This is, and look at these bounces. Oh no.
Oh, the Baltic does go down. Egg Bake is going to take enough hits to drop him. As down goes the Death Ward onto her Bloodseeker. Shag T picking up a kill.
Tourney thinking they could come in and provide some assistance, but unfortunately, the Shackle was back online, which means a dead Bloodseeker.
So it's 3-6 going to the side of the Dire. The LC has started moving around, making that space. She's going to start hopefully steamrolling, getting these duels every time it's off cooldown.
And let's...
Yeah.
Yep, there's the blink. It is in the backpack, and we have to wait 6 seconds, and it's going to be coming in. Looks like Bloodseeker rotating up, wants to be part of this fight.
The Rupture is up. He's looking for Louis.
Louis smells it and walks away.
Quicksilver pinging onto Clinks. Clinks is gonna go invis.
There's 3 on the side of Powerpuff Girls hanging out mid at the moment.
Not much good's happening.
Yeah, maybe they're looking for a smoke. Yeah, they might be looking for a smoke. Shang-Chi is holding one. Yep, there it is. Let's see what they make of it.
So Nami just checking it out, feeling a little wary. The invis is gonna go off of its duration. She's hopefully gonna get some last hits here. As Just Be Better and Shang-Chi are rotating top onto the 3 heroes on the Radiant side.
There's a TP from the LC.
They're gonna catch the Titan.
That's the one duel.
And that's a successful duel. And they're gonna continue forward, looking for more on the Radiant side. Quicksilver dropping the overwhelming odds as they're gonna pop the Moonlight Shadow. There goes the Sentry Ward. They're gonna see. Oh my gosh! A double shackle. Shang-Chi gonna drop everything to take out Alin.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't walk in a line. you gotta just slowly stagger walk back and forth, even though it's nearly impossible in that kind of high pressure situation. Just Be Better,
So
showing they have spammed Wind Ranger and know how to land those shackles.
The Powerpuff Girls starting to take an early lead as they're moving out of laning phase towards these team fights. Getting a little aggressive, warding up the triangle, which is a great strategy to find some easy ganks. They do see Nami. She's going to invis away.
Looks like 4-man rotation mid. Maybe trying to find a kill on that Clinks, but Clinks smells the blood in the water and just walks away. Hanging out.
Maybe
invisible.
worthwhile. Yeah, it may be worthwhile on the LC to pick up a Dust of Appearance, just so that she can catch the Clinks if Clinks tries to run away.
Yeah, that's just... You want to have... Like, sentries are great, but Clinks is fast. You really want that guaranteed blink dust. Make sure they don't get away. Yeah, Vision Game's strong coming out from the Powerpuff Girls right now. Aggressive ward on the bottom shrine, aggressive ward on the top shrine. They can see all the rotations from Killer Lemons.
So down bottom, Ronnie is ruptured. He's just chilling in his sandstorm.
Yeah. Oh, taking that damage. Oh, looking to set up.
Here we go. There goes the shackle.
And
There comes the taunt.
Oh, the rock comes out, but not quite in time to save. to save Tourney. They're hunting
Eggbag. Yeah, Eggbag has to give up his body. He turns the golem around, or they turn the golem around, and Eggbag is going to try to walk the golem away. Run, monkey statue, run! And he goes down, unfortunately.
Nami
up 100
making use
gold.
of this space, though. Maybe going to try to pick up a kill on Shang-Ti here mid, hanging around in Viz. Yeah, it looks like 15-minute runes are up. Olart grabs one top, see if she can grab both. Arrow comes in.
Making the space for Olart to get it and walk away.
Bounties are going to go 2 and 2. Good job, Olart, picking up those bounties. One was a little dangerous, but you made it out.
Oh no, bottom.
Down bottom.
Telling it not to Lin. Gonna get
Another
dueled, gonna
duel.
go down.
And this is what
Ooh.
we anticipated, was this fight strategy surrounding the Legion Commander. This was obviously not random and was very intentional. 4 successful duels so far at 15 minutes, and that's only been since like 10 minutes they actually started running around dueling. If your Killer
Up top.
Lemons... Up top. Oh yeah, chasing down Louis.
I think Louis gonna get away. She still has space
That was
boots.
a clutch gust. Caught Olart mid leap. It looks like the murder crew is coming top. LC Wind Ranger, Witch Doctor, looking for a duel. Blink is up. Missed the blink.
There goes the Earth Splitter. It's gonna catch Louis. However, our boy ET is in a lot of trouble as Quicksilva is looking to do the damage. 3 seconds left on duel. It's not gonna be enough. Shang-Chi gonna bring him down with the Death Ward.
Blink up in 2.
And they're gonna continue forward. Olart's
And
in a
there
little
it
bit of
is.
trouble. There's the duel. Will they have enough damage as Nami shows up with her ultimate? Olart is going to go down, but it's not going to give up dual damage.
enough to take
In comes
Quicksilver?
Ronnie to stun Nami, and Nami is going to just try to walk away here as Louis goes forward, being a
But the
brave lady.
skeletons- The skeletons
tower
just
to do
collect
this.
2 kills. Those spooky,
Those skeletons
scary
are
skeletons.
ruthless.
Send shivers down your spine.
Those skeletons, sometimes you put them down, you can die, but they'll just keep fighting, and you'll be like, oh, I picked up 2 kills. Surprising.
Oh, that's nice. Sadly, no XP, but you get the kills. Yeah, and that's a really valuable kill they picked up on Quicksilva. That's a highest net worth? Let's have a look at net worths. Ooh, Arrow coming out on the Sand King. Oh. They pick up the Silence, the Astral Stomp. Unfortunately, Sand King's still invisible. Olart immediately regrets her decision. It's always nice when you land an arrow and you're like, let's go. But then it turns out you didn't have the vision.
And now comes the stomp, trying to slow down this push. The Radiant side want to keep this T1, and the Dire side want to make use of these early levels and early net worth lead to try and take objectives.
Quicksilver picks up a double damage, coming in behind, trying to find a target. Immediately
Big duel.
finds Tourney. The team is just not quite there in time to save her.
Ooh, Crab Cakes puts down the sleeve. It's going to save his life as Quicksilver is going to keep coming forward with his team, looking to pick up some extra stuff.
And there's the
There
rock.
go the golem.
Can we get the Fatal Bonds? Oh, the stun coming out quickly. 6 seconds on the Spooky Skeleton Army. Oh, it's just not enough. All the ultimates coming out from the side of Powerpuff Girls to just unleash absolute devastation.
Olart in a lot of trouble here. There's the shackle. There's the power shot. Olart's going to go down as well as Powerpuff Girls take 5 for none.
They collect a 5-0, and that puts them in a really good 8k lead now, 5-20. It's going to be an uphill battle for the Killer Lemons, but definitely still doable with a hero like Clinks and Bloodseeker, who can just start running around with the game. Once this LC stops power spiking, once they figure out how to deal with how to not get dueled, the momentum on the side of Powerpuff Girls really slows down.
100%. As long as they get 1 kill on the LC or the Drow, they have such high net worth, it's going to be huge value for the side of Killer Lemons, which will help them swing the favor of the game back towards themselves.
Yep. LC and Drow are leading the network chart, but Clinks is really close behind. If they could pick up those kills on the 2 cores, just go for a smoke maybe, pick up a high value core and disengage, go back to farming, you can put yourself back in this game.
Olart's going for that Lincoln's. The Bloodseeker, Telenot Elin, going. She does have the Hand of Midas. Whatever. And hopefully going for a high impact item, as they definitely need it on the side of Killer Lemons. It looks as though Clinks is going straight towards Aghanim Scepter. Nami
Honestly,
making use of
pretty good
space.
idea. That Aghanims is absolutely ridiculous.
Olart in a lot of trouble here. Getting dueled by Quicksilver and is going to go down.
Yeah, that blade mail has come online, which means that Quicksilver can just run around dueling anybody by herself.
Mm-hmm. Quicksilver doing good work here. Olart does have buyback if they continue to push up to the hill.
At this point, if you're Killer Lemons, you want to just make space for your Clinks and Bloodseeker to farm, which they are currently doing, and you want to try to not lose this T3, but it's going to be difficult, especially considering the Rock is offline for 30 more seconds. Fatal Bonds is up, but actually, looks like Ronnie coming in really deep here. Do they have the reveal?
Here comes the epicenter. Crabcake stuck underneath it. She's trying to get away. However, Ronnie's going to keep coming. They're all in now. Here comes the dire side. Quicksilver pop it up. Press the attack and is going to walk away. Louis dropping a bunch of hits as well. They're going to lose 2 heroes on the Radiant side.
Fortification throwing out a ton of boulders from those towers, but it's still not enough to bring down Quicksilver, who is really power spiking at the moment.
They're really looking to press their advantage here, as Clinks is going to have to come back. Nami's going to have to help out her team.
Aghanims is up. This could be a turning point. If they pick up 3 or 4 kills here.
The arrow's going to go a little bit wide.
Sentry
Nami's
is
looking
down.
for some good positioning. Down goes the blood right.
They may want to just disengage here, but they see the Clinks. They spot it out. Dust comes out. Clinks
Dust comes
hit
out.
by the dust. Visible to the enemies right now. Warlock's Rock is up. They're able to use it. And it looks like Powerpuff Girls are going to disengage. TP's coming out from Shang-Chi and Quicksilver.
It's hard for Clinks to engage right into there. He needs the Clinks does need the setup of either a stomp or an arrow.
Rock, it's tough. Clinks right now, depending on how confident they feel, could go and hunt for support kills, but it looks like the side of Powerpuff Girls is really sticking together to avoid getting clinked, essentially. They are going to go for Roshan here with a 4-person crew, while Ronnie pushes up the bottom lane.
Double damage with the 94 extra dual victory damage makes this LC somebody to not be messed with.
Yeah, you don't want to fight this LC for the next 10 minutes. Oh, Clinks with the ult, dropping it into the pit.
Nami drops ult. She's going to back up a little bit here. However, the ult is giving her team a lot of vision on this dire pit. If the rest of the Radiant could show up to fight, they could pick up a few kills.
So much damage coming out from that. And there's
there goes the duel.
But the
Shang-Chi is right there with the Death Ward. The Death Ward's going to take her down. Telena Elin's coming in to clean up. There's a lot of low health heroes on the side of the Radiant team. Telena Elin's now going to try to disengage. Runaway drops the blood right. The blade mail does come out.
Very close.
However, the thirst is going to make it so that Telena Elin can keep running here. Quicksilver following. The illusion rune's going to be popped. This could turn into a shell game here. Oh, no, as the Telena Elin keeps running away here. Moonlight Shadow is going to be dropped to save the carry. Crabcake's in a little bit of trouble. The Maledict does catch him. Ronnie on top of the core here on the shrine. The rest of the team's coming in. Epicenter onto Eggbeck. And Eggbeck's going to go down as well.
Telena trying to make it out. Has the Moonlight Shadow. Not revealed. Ooh, and there's the duel.
There's the duel. Yep.
Ooh, that was a long battle that spanned all the way from the Roche pit back around to the Dire Shrine, back to the Radiant Shrine. That was a Benny Hill battle.
It was all over the place. Unfortunately, the Radiant couldn't go there to back up Nami on the Clinks because this top lane was being pushed in. Yeah. So Powerpuff Girls used that distraction to try to pick up the Roshan. And it worked.
It did. Nami doing her best to prevent the Roche from happening. Almost securing kills, but it wasn't quite enough. And now Roshan will go down. And who will take it? It looks like the Drow Ranger has picked up the Aegis of the Immortal. So we'll probably be looking to just stand literally under the tower and shoot it to force a reaction out from the side of the Killer Lemons.
100%. Louis now having their Shadow Blade up and a Force Staff. That's about to go in courier to them. So lots of items.
Valuable courier coming back.
And Ronnie's coming up with a Yule Scepter here to help out their team. There goes the Echo Stomp. The Drow Ranger is stuck underneath it. However, Shang-Chi is a brave witch doctor and just walks in with the cask, flexing.
Careful, Shang-Chi. You are but a simple doctor.
You are but a simple doctor with a big heart. As Quicksilver pops the blade mail, a little bit of taunting, looking for a duel.
Whoa.
He's gonna hop in. See Nami. Ronnie jumps in with the stun, the Burrow Strike onto the Clinks. However, he's gonna back up.
Clink's ult comes. Oh no, that's not the ult at all. That's just the Aghanims.
using press the attack to heal Quicksilver up here a bit. They'll probably want to fight. It looks as though the Dire side are flexing here, looking for a piece of the
Arrow.
action. There's the
On
Mirana
Ronnie.
arrow.
This might be it. Nope, press the attack, removes the arrow. Because
Solid
that's a
dispel.
balanced hero.
So Echo Stomp is on cooldown now, used to clear the top wave. It doesn't have a long cooldown, so when the Dire push up here, they're gonna have it. Oh, and they see Earth Egg Bank, and they catch him with the taunt, with the duel. Nami puts her ulti down. They're trying to tee off on Quicksilver. However, Quicksilver's going to walk away. The epicenter does come out. Ronnie's a little bit too far away, but he's going to catch Nami, and Nami's going to be able to walk away. They're going to get out with their life. Ronnie in trouble, though, as the skeletons do take him down, him down. And in the back line, they're going to catch Telena Alin, who was invisible, unfortunately. They got a lot of sentries to deal with this Clinks.
Yeah, this game is looking like it may come to a close soon. We'll have to see. That pickup on Ronnie was nice, but unfortunately you lost your Bloodseeker doing it.
So everybody is now asleep. The Warlock is back up.
The Rock is still available, so if they overextend here, they could easily turn the fight. Looks like they're looking to still go. Age is still up on Louis.
Uh-oh, and here comes the Blink duel. Oh, it's going to be canceled by the Klinkslings. The little Skelly boys. Quicksilver going to pop it. Blink is back up. Quicksilver looking for a blink and taunt, and here it comes as the Shackle also came out, and there's the power shot. It's going to take down the Mirana. There goes the Rock. Egg and Bake trying to put the damage on. However, he's going to be chased down. And now there's the Rupture onto Quicksilver as Crabcake is taking a lot of hits. They're looking for a good fight here. Telena Alin trying to defend. There goes Quicksilver. Nami still putting the damage on. The buybacks coming out on both sides. Quicksilver, Bloodseeker, as well as Mirana. Olart looking for a solid arrow here. Egg and Bake looking for those fatal bonds. Egg and Bake's going to try to retreat here as Louis putting on those frost arrows. The Dire now going to put a bunch of damage onto the T3. Nami looking for an opportunity to drop some skellies. Here comes the sleep. It's going to catch the whole team. Is Alart ready with an arrow? There's Earth Splitter. Nami coming forward with her skeletons. Ronnie's in a lot of danger here.
And
as the bonds go out, Louis going to fall. Shang-Chi's going to go down. And they're going to continue forward. Just be better. In a lot of trouble here. Crabcake needs to start the Echo Stomp. It's not going to go off, however, as the TP goes off. Quicksilver running away as well, pressing the attack, making sure that they have the life.
So this was actually pretty good for the Killer Lemons. They managed to hold their mid-racks. That Clink's Aghanims just doing so much work. But the real MVP of that fight right there was Crabcake with that Astral. It was a 4-person Astral underneath Bloodright. Now that's just exactly. Oh, they're hunting. They want this. The Rupture comes out. Oh, watch out for the Blade Mail.
There's the TP. There's no way to stop Quicksilver from getting out there.
So
as Quicksilver's going to get out with their life.
If Quicksilver had Blade Mailed and just walked away, that would have been a dead Bloodseeker.
That would have been a dangerous.
Bloodseeker was a 20% HP. She could have walked it out. Ooh.
We're in a lot of trouble. Egg and Bake with the fatal bonds in that last fight also want to give a shout out. That took down Ronnie on the Sand King.
Absolutely. That's a what's it? Symphony of Spells was the Dota 2 like stream, or Symphony of Skills. That was a perfect combination. You had the Astral Stomp, the Bloodright, the fatal bonds coming out, and it was just huge follow up from the team. Excellent execution.
Egg Bake in a dangerous spot as they could be spotted here by the Dire side. Oh no. Egg Bake knowing that they're in trouble. And here comes Ronnie with a stun. Out comes the cast. Moonlight Shadow trying to save the Warlock, but the Sentry Ward gets put down. And Louis going to put the arrows into that poor support.
Yeah.
As they find a ward, they find the support, and they get the shrine.
Look at that. They give the ward to Shank-T. Proper play. Give the ward money to your supports, people. Don't take their ward money.
Kind Dota etiquette.
Kind Dota etiquette. Let's talk about how this game has just been won by the sheer amount of sentries of dust on the side of the Powerpuff Girls. Look at the map right now. They're walking around. They've got like Shanty has 3 more sentries. There's a dust on Just Be Better. There's a dust on Ronnie. I bet you there's a dust on LC. No dust on LC, but she just had one. I think used it. Whoop, arrow on the king, and press the attack.
So the Dire side are setting up here for a push. However, the Radiant do have everybody up, all the ultimates up except for Moonlight Shadow. So they're ready to defend this high ground. Nami still out of base. Gonna have to TP back soon though.
Oh,
The arrow does go out. It's gonna connect
On the
with
doctor.
Shang-Chi. Press the attack is on cooldown now, but Quicksilver gonna back up just to protect the team.
yeah. Honestly, Powerpuff Girls is like 2 bad high ground pushes away from just being like the loser net
Oh.
worth lead. Here comes a rupture coming out.
Telling Ellen, trying to get onto the Sand King. They're gonna try to back up here, but they're taking an insane amount of damage. The Maledict is on them,
Lincoln
and they're gonna
works.
tick out. But here comes the Bonds hitting everybody. The rock comes down on Quicksilver. Quicksilver gonna try to walk away as Crabcakes is moving forward. Egg and Bake gonna pick up Shang-Chi thanks to the Bonds. The Bonds are gonna get purged onto Quicksilver. However, Crabcakes still following. Nami looking for a kill here. She doesn't know that she's on top of Louie on the drow.
7 seconds. Oh, Nami gives it up, assuming the drought is gone. Although
Nami
they're
coming to hunt
re-engaging.
jungle. Gonna find Wind Ranger, and there come the Clanks, Skellies, as Wind Ranger's gonna pop Windwalk and take a run away. Quicksilver, middle, picking up a kill on Agabig as Nami continues to chase down Just Be Better in the bottom lane here. Just Be Better trying to reach that double damage! Oh, she gets it, but Nami gets the kill at the same point. On middle, Louie and Quicksilver, 2-man in, looking for the duel, finds Crabcake out, the duel goes down!
There's the arrow.
Quicksilver gonna put the punches in, but the arrow there is to defend Crabcake, so at least they don't get the duel damage, as the arrows are also gonna plink into Murata from the drow.
Radiant have fortified their structure.
The buyback onto
Clanks
Crabcake,
is
Nami is
coming.
now here. Yeah. Nami does have that medallion now. So will come the little Skellies as they're gonna try to defend these racks. The sleep is out. Olart trying to set up here for an arrow.
Middle barracks have
They're looking. The creeps are going to spot Olard out, so there is no sneaky arrow that's going to come out here. Louis doing their best to just catch this. Ronnie is off to the side looking for a counter initiation. If Ronnie does have to go in, they do have that dust of appearance, so they will go on the clinks if Nami shows herself. The Dire side, backing up. Roche is not quite up yet, almost there.
Yep, this is a pretty good play from the side of the Powerpuff Girls, realizing that you're not ultra strong, like you're strong right now, but it's not guaranteed one team fight strong. So just back it up and farm, wait for the next Roche.
Looking bottom, Quicksilver does see Nami. They're thinking about jumping. Waiting on that blink. It's not going to come up in time, so Quicksilver's going to back up. As they take top shrine on the Dire side.
Yep, long overdue. That's a good play to make. Remove the ability of your team to reinforce a fight at Roche.
And as though Roche has heard their call, he has respawned.
Oh,
And
you
Louis
killed
and
the
Roddy
shrine?
start
Yeah,
putting the
okay.
beats on him.
Yeah, here I am.
What up? I'm Roshan.
They
So they're going to
need
put the
DLC.
beats on Roshan.
They need DLC to take this Roche. They're getting beat up. Poor Ronnie, just taking the brunt of this beating.
So looking on the Bloodseeker, they did pick up a Lincoln Sphere, which has kept them alive pretty well, but you want damage on your core. I don't think Lincoln's gives enough. Deciding who to take the cheese and the Aegis here on the Dire side. Just having a little huddle. Quicksilver grabs the Aegis. Ronnie looks like he wants to grab the... Oh no, better just be better.
Powerpuff
That's
Girls
gonna grab the
confirmed
cheese.
for lactose intolerant. Uninterested in the cheese. The Lincoln Sphere honestly has saved Lin though. Like you want more damage, but you don't get dueled. And she spent like four straight minutes getting dueled bottom lane. So this is an understandable pickup for sure. Ideally,
Very
though,
fair, very
and
fair.
honestly, Olart has also picked up a Lincoln's.
Nami looking to be in a little bit of trouble here as the smoke goes out. Ronnie just misses the burrow strike and Nami gets out by the hair of her teeth.
Oof, that was very close. Arrow coming in. Not gonna connect.
So Moonlight Shadow is out. Dire side moving in here. Quicksilver not scared of anything, knowing that they do have the Aegis of the Immortal. Quicksilver just walking into base. They want to bait something out here.
Buybacks on Clinks and the Warlock. No other buybacks are available right now. It's happening. They say it's time. We're taking bottom.
And here it goes, putting the press the attack onto Louis. So Louis can put in the thing. Epicenter coming out. Ronnie is going to dive into base. They're trying to make something happen here. The Radiant side kind of have to back up here. The stun goes, the duel does come out on Crabcake As Quicksilver locks them down, the Warlock's in a lot of trouble here as they're silenced. Louis being super brave for not having the Aegis, and Nami's going to take down Louis. And now Telena Alen is continuing forward. Quicksilver looking to take the brunt of any damage as they can come back. Shang-Chi with the big old Death Ward, putting out a lot of damage. Nami going to have to back up a little bit here as the Dire side try to focus the objectives. The Burrow Strike not quite long enough from Ronnie.
There's the rock.
Warlock drops the rock as the Radiant side are now going to move up here, hoping to defend their racks. Drow is missing until Alin moves in here. There's the Burrow Strike. Quicksilver's going to try to drop the damage. And the procs do come out. Both are going to go down. The buyback on the Bloodseeker, buyback on Quicksilver. Quicksilver does come in. He finds Eggbake. There's the rest of the attack. The punches are coming up. Ronnie's Burrow Strike's going to secure the kill. And unfortunately, Telena Lin is in. That is a dieback. Eggbake's Golem trying to put the damage out as Olart and Nami are going to try to put the defense onto these racks.
Oh yeah, those
Quicksilver
skeletons have probably dealt more damage than every hero in the game.
Oh, and there's the duel on Nami. As Nami is going to go down to the Burrow Strike. Olart trying to get the Moonlight Shadow out to help. The Lakin's going to save Olart's life.
Chaotic fight ensuing bottom. The Shang-Chi Death Ward Glimmer Cape really flexing out the enemy team, so they were unable to prevent that fight from happening at all.
Super difficult. And this looks like they're in a lot of trouble. Going for T4s here. Crab Cake and Olart still up. Olart going to just hop away. Nami is now up as well, as they're going to start putting damage on top of the shrine, or on top of the Ancient. There's the Dust of Appearance. Nami going to try to put the damage onto Quicksilver. Quicksilver press the attack. Walks up into base, but is going to have to walk back out as the Ancient's in dire straits. Louis moving forward here. Going to drop the silence as the catapults are going to fire into the Ancient, ending game one.
GG. Well played, both teams. Congratulations to the Powerpuff Girls for running a rock-solid LC strategy. Let's have a look at the post-game stats.
They protected the LC, which is what they need to do. They started fighting early with that dual damage. We're looking at giving out support of the game. It definitely goes to Shang-Chi.
Look at that amount of support money spent. That is insane. Yeah, always had a sentry on her, always had dust. Really, and that won a lot of the fights. Just the fact that Clinks can't fight. Because as soon as it shows up, you're going to get Burrow Striked if you're visible. And Shang-Chi making sure that her team always has the vision on those team fights. Very effective.
So a great game one. We're looking forward to game two here, as either team can take it now.
All right, we're going to take a short break. This is a best of three, so there's either one or two more games, and we will be back with you as soon as the next game starts. See you soon.
All right, and welcome to Desoladies Game 2, Killer Lemons versus Powerpuff Girls. We saw an amazing game in Game 1. Steamed Hams, what do you want to see going into Game 2 here?
Ooh, I want to see coming out from the side of Killer Lemons a team that fights harder. They had a stronger late game team with their Clinks and their Bloodseeker, but they didn't have that mid game tempo that the Powerpuff Girls had. So what I want to see is an earlier game lineup. That's what I would like to see out of the draft, and I'm hoping that we see it. Sand King immediately banned. Oracle, same ban. Do you think they want to run the same LC strategy again? They got to ban LC this game, right? Like they have to respect ban the LC.
They should.
Team's turn to
They should, but they might not. You know what? LC is dealable. Like, there are still heroes that can beat LC other than Oracle.
Yeah, you're right. Night Stalker ban, pretty standard ban coming out from Powerpuff Girls.
Good
Ancient
Night Stalker
Apparition
ban.
again. I am curious. I mean, there is the AA spammer,
10 seconds remaining.
but still, like, is it that good a hero?
5 seconds remaining.
It's a good hero. I like that good hero. But you know what? If you don't want to see it, it's an annoying hero, to be sure.
Yeah, I would personally ban the Wind Ranger as well if I'm the Killer Lemons, because some of the shackles that came out last game from, was it now? They were absolutely insane.
I guess so.
Like,
Was
just
it now?
I think so.
Or maybe it was the
on
stand-in?
the Drow, Ronnie was on the... Oh, it might have been a stand-in. No, I think it's the same person. Yeah, it's the same. They have the Powerpuff Girls logo, so...
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely was now.
Different naming
I don't seem to remember seeing that name in game, though. That's odd.
They're playing with their minds.
This is a long third ban.
This is a very long third ban. Eating into that reserve time.
Yeah, really
Team ban.
in that reserve time. Witch Doctor ban. So this gives them the LC if they want it. If they really want to run that again, they're free to do so.
Yeah, the Witch Doctor did do a lot for the Powerpuff last game. Bouncing around all over the place. Shang-Chi, they played an amazing Witch Doctor.
Yeah, Shang-Chi's warding game. Very strong.
10 seconds remaining. Turn to pick.
There's the Pudge ban. The
Same
Powerpuff Girls
bans.
don't want to see that big guy.
They ran the same bans.
Wind Ranger
First pick on Clemens is the Wind Ranger.
So they don't have to ban it if they're going to pick it. It makes sense.
Well played. That's a very flexible pick. Can go anywhere, so it's a good first pick. Oh. So for first pick here from the Powerpuff Girls, they could just grab the LC if they want to do the strategy again and just let the other team
Deal with it.
outmaneuver it. Yeah.
So here's what you do. You pick the LC, you flex it really hard, and then you don't run your strategy around LC at all. You just send LC to the jungle, and hopefully they come out later with a bunch of money. And you force all these counter picks. That's what you do. That's the
You should always treat your draft as like a mini.
the drafting minigame.
So looking for sweet second picks here.
Dire
In this game, I honestly love it. If they not go Midas, I think that it's kind of outdated. It doesn't work in this meta. Usually I see Midas and I know if they're not, and
There's
that
a few
kind of
Midases that still work. A few heroes that still have Midas that works reasonably well. But they're few and far between. Even like Invokers are skipping it. Faceless Voids are skipping it. I see a lot of Naxes still picking up the Midas. But I just don't like seeing Nax anyways, so I like seeing Nax with the Midas even less.
remaining.
liking the CM pick. I always love a good CM.
Yep, that's a solid first pick. It really it opens up your offlane to pick a lot of heroes that are mana intensive. So you can be like, oh, now I really want to play Bristle or Pangolier because I have a CM.
Radiant
So
team
second pick coming out here from Powerpuff Girls. We get the Centaur.
Love Centaur. Love seeing Centaur. That big horse boy.
Lots of fun. Are going to be doing the run and guns again. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Stampede is terrifying, seeing a team of 5 people sprinting over cliffs to get to you.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Love playing Centaur in the off lane. It's pretty difficult to beat him in the off lane,
5 seconds remaining.
just because that return is super annoying, and he has ability to last hit if he wants to by just popping return, or even double edging creeps. It's pretty hard to take away the range creeps from him. Ooh, Undying. A decent counter to Centaur.
Undying, a wonderful hero. I personally love playing him. He gets a lot of battlefield control with zombies, removing the strength, and then his heal did get buffed in the last, or 2 patches ago. So it takes less guys to do more healing.
Yeah, he did need a buff. He'd kind of fallen out of the game for a little while there. Let's see, we're back to the ban phase, and we are down to about a minute of reserve time left on the side of the Killer Lemons. Both teams seem to enjoy really burning this reserve time. Scaring me a little. We had a situation when we played a game in a separate league where an enemy team, were we casting the game or were we playing them? But they ended up randoming an Ogre Magi last pick because they ran out of reserve time. So I'm always terrified to watch that clock tick down.
So there's the Viper ban out. So we're looking for some, at least some breakables.
Radiant team ban.
Bristleback ban. Interesting banning Bristleback.
That is actually interesting. I don't see any solid reason to ban it. It's possible they just hate seeing that hero, which is a very fair reason to ban it. I mean, I suppose Bristle's pretty strong against Windranger. You focus fire Bristleback, and he doesn't really care. He just turns around and shoots you with 10,000 quills.
5
But
seconds
that's-
remaining. Dire team ban.
And the Skywrath Mage coming out. So maybe we're looking for a mid-storm from the side of Killer Lemons, if they have a mid-storm player.
Always high action with Storm.
Yeah, high action with Storm, but we'll see. We'll see what they pick
10
here. So
seconds
10
remaining.
seconds remaining on this last ban, second last ban
5
for the
seconds
Powerpuff Girls.
remaining.
It's crazy. We only have 2 picks, and there are 5 bans on each side for it. Let's see, Spectre ban again.
So they don't want to see that here. Spec 0.
Looks like
Get on the Crystal Maiden.
they're going to be trying for another mid-game fighting build, which is pretty sensible. You want to ban out Spectre because they're a solid counter to that. So I'm excited to see another fighting build coming out of the Powerpuff Girls.
Mhm.
10 seconds remaining.
Getting rid of the stuff.
5 seconds
What else we
remaining.
got? 4 seconds on the pick. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, I can't really predict anything without these next few picks here.
Yeah, it's tough
The
to
bans
say.
are kind of...
These are all pretty generic starting picks that are pretty versatile. Centaur's obviously going to be playing the 3 unless there's some new meta I'm unaware of. And the Mirana pickup, pretty solid. Mirana Centaur
Hey,
lane is
Mirana.
pretty strong.
Mirana now on the side of the Powerpuff Girls as opposed to Killer Lemons.
So they swapped the Mirana for a Windranger. Do you think we're going to see Legion Commander come out? They haven't respect banned it.
I don't think
10
they're
seconds
do this time. They might, but I honestly don't see it coming out this time.
5 seconds remaining.
Legion Commander won a lot of battles in the early mid game there, so I could see if they wanted to pick it again. They're still good dual
They could
targets.
They could do it, yeah. But they got the Crystal Maiden and a character that can make use of it.
Dire team's turn to pick.
LC can definitely make use of it, but it's not Zeus. Hey man, I like Zeus.
Solid Mirana counter.
Yeah. Lots of burst damage. Is gonna be in a little trouble, so hopefully she gets either scale or a bracer.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team's
Fourth
turn to
pick coming out. Drow Ranger. Once again, picking up the Drow. So they've got 3 ranged heroes. Do you think we're going to see a mid-vengeful? So what do you think?
All
Do you
right.
think we're gonna see a mid vengeful here for the 4 range heroes with 2 auras?
Ten
I don't know
seconds
mid
remaining.
venge. I think Powerpuff Girls were
Seconds remaining.
something to
Well,
round it out here. A little bit of catch.
yeah,
Killer Lemon seeing the draft match hero, so maybe a Faceless Void if he's not banned
Dire
out.
team's turn to ban.
Wraith King.
Ooh. All right. We're looking for a little bit of push on the side of Killer Lemons, and they definitely pick it up.
Yep, Wraith King Skeleton's shockingly annoying. They do way more damage than you expect them to, considering they look like tiny little creeps.
So yeah, that's 2 big strength heroes on the side of Killer Lemons to protect their Zeus and their Wind Ranger. So it's good. They got good line and they got a decent back line here. They win the positioning game. They're gonna be very hard to kill. They just need to get on that Ranger. And right now, side of Powerpuff Girls, the only thing they really have to protect her is the Light Shadow and the Centaur. So I think we're looking.
How
Unless that Wraith
terrifying!
King's
How terrifying is Moonlight Shadow with Stampede? Just a giant invisible horse running at you? No, thank you. Final ban,
so
Bloodseeker.
looking. Bloodseeker's a good ban here for
10
sure.
seconds remaining.
I think if they're looking for their one on Killer Lemon's side, but I'm not sure. With the way these picks came out, any of these guys can really be. I think the Zeus is the
They
2
might
no
be
matter
picking
what.
up a
Like,
5 here.
got it.
Saving that 5 pick for last for Killer Lemons, which was pretty tactical. You can really pick a support that will be able to swing that fight for you. But we'll see.
Mhm.
They banned Bloodseeker. I think that's a position 1 Wraith King.
It should be, but when I've done drafts before, I've picked Wraith King to bait out
That's true.
heroes
You
as
get
well.
you get a PL bait every time, and then you just pick Earthshaker.
So they ban out the Jakiro, which is an interesting ban on the side of Killer Lemons. They don't want to see a. Jackie's got good counter push, got a good stun. Interesting ban on the side of Killer Lemons.
I mean, it's a
10
high
seconds
pushing
remaining.
solid lane sport. It's a fine ban. Looks like
5 seconds remaining.
probably looking. I would say they're still looking for the mid on the side of Powerpuff
So-
Girls. Earthshaker last pick. Ooh, I love it.
So I think that's offlane Earthshaker with Wind Ranger, and then I'm supporting the Wraith King and Zeus middle. My best
That's
guess.
a good guess. Zombies plus skeletons. Pretty spooky lane, I
10
guess.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. Or you could do a tri-lane with the 3 strength heroes and put Wind Ranger in the
Just
off
put the Wind
lane.
Ranger solo off. Yeah, it's viable for her to solo off lane.
The final pick coming out of your Powerpuff Girls. We're gonna see a Medusa, ladies and gentlemen, making use of the aura.
Yep.
Whew.
Now who's
They gotta get through
is
that
a
Dusa.
mid-Dusa? That's a mid-Dusa for sure.
That is a Medusa
Oh.
of Louis back on the trail. Very good comfort hero. Ronnie on the Centaur War Runner. Shang-Chi on the CM. We can see where all those guys are going. Olart on the Wraith King. They might be switching up roles here.
Possible. Olart played the Mirana last game in position 4? Yeah, I believe it was a
Yes,
position 4
they did.
Mirana. It could be a pause 4 Wraith King as well. Wraith King support is a real thing, where you just walk around and throw your stun at people. So let's draft cosmetics here. What do we got? This Mirana has got an awesome mount.
I think it goes to the Powerpuff Girls on this one for me.
Yeah, the CM
Ooh, it's hard.
Immortal, plus the really scary Centaur Warner, along with the nose ring mounted Mirana. That's pretty cool.
Alright, so here we go into game 2. Very exciting. We got Nami being shown on the Wind Ranger here, and the Drow on the other side. Both of the arrow ladies being shown off. Alright, so let's do a few introductions, see who everybody is on their heroes. I'm going to start with the Radiant side, as per always. Telnalet Elin is on the Earthshaker, Nami on the Wind Ranger, Eggbake this time on the Susie, Olart on the Wraith King, Crabcake on the Undying. Going up to the Dire side, starting with their safe lane, we got Shang-Chi on the CM, we got Louis on the Drow, headed to middle, Quicksilva on the Medusa. And then finally bottom, Ronnie on that Centaur War Runner. And now on the Marana.
Ronnie did an excellent job last game, just flexing the lane out with Sand King. Hoping to see more of that aggressive offlane play this game.
A lot of some masterful plays there. It looks like we're going to Zeus as a support. I've never seen him as support. I'm very excited to see how this goes.
There
The
was
dewarding
a long
machine.
time when offlane Zeus as a support was a thing, but it's been several patches. But I'm excited to see what comes of it. Last game, Eggbake was on the Warlock, so we can imagine this is a pause 5 Zeus. Has bought a ward, has a mantle, 2 clear. I mean, I suppose you could just chain lightning repeatedly to just harass the enemy out of lane, and you don't take return damage, right? Looks like some action going on top. Lane gonna be flexing on that top rune.
Looking for a fissure here. All it takes is one solid fissure to zone out the enemy team. And there's the fissure. Shang-Chi's going to be taking a few hits here. There's the shackle. Oh, Shang-Chi, run away. Crapcake's about to have decay. Boom! Steals the strength.
Picking up Undying, picking up that first blood. And also a bunch of strength. 12 strength on Undying. Also has an Orb of Venom to start the game. Makes him a really strong auto attacker. It's going to be a tough life to be a Crystal Maiden in that lane.
Medusa getting a little bit of time here in the lane at the start of the game. However, Nami coming back after getting that first blood for their team.
Well, the mid lane is currently 3-0 or 2-0 to 0-1 CS, so I can confirm that the lane is already over. There's no way to come back from that.
Earthshaker's going to be putting up some numbers here.
So this lane is
looking
tough
to get a soul ring first.
for Crabcake and Tlenlat lane. Earthshaker and Undying just they can soak a bit of harass, but they can't soak the amount of harass that Drow Crystal Maiden put out. So we'll have to see how aggressive that the Powerpuff Girls safe lane wants to be. Down bottom, not too much action going on yet. Olart getting a few last hits off. Current last hit leader is Quicksilver, mid once again, but this time on Medusa. It's the same ward. The Powerpuff Girls dropped the same ward as they did last game. This really sneaky ward up here. Gives them great vision on rotations. But
100% helps you support best.
Yeah, Killer Lemon's putting up a very similar ward. They don't want to get rotated on by this Crystal Maiden.
It's very fair. I like that Nami on the Wind Ranger, they picked up Ring of Basilisk. That's some quick, easy damage, as well as some nice aura.
Yeah, the Bassi. Having it enabled is actually like... So there's ups and downs to having it enabled as opposed to disabled. The up is that it messes up your opponent's last hit timings because your creeps have extra armor. The downside is that it pushes your wave because your creeps have extra armor. But it's apparently a very high level meta play to like toggle on and off your Bassi oftentimes in mid just to mess with your opponent's last hitting rhythm because your creeps either do or don't have this bonus armor.
So Quicksilver middle was in a bit of trouble with their HP. However, the Medusa finds a regen rune so that they can stay in the lane.
Wow, what a clutch rune. Buying that rune DLC to make sure you get the exact one you need at the exact time. A Wind Ranger going to look for a rune top, coming up empty-handed. So sad. Top lane, Earthshaker is currently 11-9 for last hits. That's a ton of denies for an Earthshaker. This Earthshaker doesn't even have Aftershock yet, and it's still 11-9 denies, which is absolutely massive. I wonder what we're going to be seeing. Soul Ring is out.
Picking
already.
up a Soul Ring, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to let him just dominate the lane. A little bit of action down bottom. Oh, yeah, got a stun.
Out goes the stun.
Now uses one of the leaps. Easy out. Takes a lot of damage for it, though. Gonna have to take a lot.
Damage.
This game...
Top. Louis getting gone on top here as the tombstone's going to be dropped. Louis is going to try to just back it up. Earthshaker still continuing forward as there is a zombie on Louis.
Ooh, wow.
The Drow doing the best they can. Earthshaker now in a little bit of danger under tower. Oh no! As the slows are going to come out and Earthshaker is going to go down.
Yeah, Drow Ranger.
Bottom there was a...
Drow Ranger managed to pick up that kill.
The Dire side seem to have gotten the best of it in exchange bottom, taking out both Wraith King and Zeus.
Oof. Yeah, apologies for missing that one. But we only have one set of eyes on the screen.
But one camera.
You're but one camera.
The Medusa gonna pick up a double damage, rotating back to lane. Hopefully using this to get her lead and last hits up.
The two cores on both sides are roughly even in farm. The Drow and the Wraith King are pretty much at the same amount of farm right now, which is better than this split than they had last game, where the core of Powerpuff Girls had taken off at this point already with like a 6 or 8 last hit lead. Oh. Successful kill down bottom that we missed on the Centaur War Runner. I imagine
Olart a little bit extra.
I imagine it went something like this: a stun from Olart, followed by a lightning bolt from Eggbake, and then a dead horse. 5-minute runes coming up.
Come in handy.
Looks like they went 2 and 2. Crystal Maiden gonna check out, see if you get a lucky rune. No dice. Oh, there might be
Up
some
top, getting
action happening
pings.
top. Getting pinged. Looks like Lin looking to just farm that farm the easy cam. Why not?
Crystal Maiden getting in between the two strength heroes. There goes the fissure. There goes the tombstone. There go the punches. And Shang-Chi is in a little bit of trouble as they are going to go down.
And Zombie is just doing so much work. Like once you get a tombstone on you in Fissure, and as a Crystal Maiden, you are dead. You are literally walking through molasses. You have like 210 move speed. You might as well just do as much damage as you can before you die.
Down bottom.
Not much good.
Eggbake, they're in a little bit of trouble as Ronnie's going to move forward here. The Centaur War Runner now going to have to back up as Olart comes in, starts putting the beats on them. Put out some skellies, send them across the river.
Tower is under attack.
And up top, more action.
Oh my god!
Oh
it's
boy.
Non-stop.
As the Earthshaker is going to go down to the 3 ranged heroes.
Dyer's bottom tower is
Yep.
being chipped.
Fissure did go out to try and protect himself, but it was not enough.
We have 2 points of precision aura already, so honestly, if Powerpuff Girls wants to secure this lane, they easily can by just leaving Mirana up here to just plink away at the 2 melee cores, or the 2 melee offlaners of the Killer Lemons. Ronnie feeling the hurt of not being an invisible hero in the offlane this game, unable to flex quite like the Sand King was able to last game.
You know what? I gave Zeus a lot of flack for being a support, but that 200 magic damage is doing a lot of work.
Level 2 Lightning Bolt. Forget Static Field. Who needs that? You need big booms.
Big booms as Earthshaker is setting up here on bottom lane, hoping that the Centaur does come forward. There's the stun from Olart. Here comes Earthshaker's Fissure, and here comes the boom from Zeus as Chain Lightning comes out. They're going to put the chase on him. This Wraith King's taking a lot of damage. However, he's going to manage to back out. Eggbake goes deep in, but Eggbake does not have the mana.
Woo!
They're going to get hit by the double edge by Ronnie as the Earthshaker is now in a difficult spot. Earthshaker's going to try to just walk out, but the creeps are there. Earthshaker's
body
locked in.
He's blocked.
There goes the Fissure. Try to buy some time. Olart coming in trying to help as well. Earthshaker's still in a lot of trouble. Kind of just stuck in there. Nobody has a hatchet to cut him out. Earthshaker now just going to try to kill the creeps as Ronnie comes in with the stun. They can't quite get there, but Shang-Chi is going to put the frostbite on him and take him down. As Ronnie now focuses on Olart. Stampede is up. The Centaur is eyeing up this Wraith King, but they're going to opt. Oh, no, they continue the chase. Double Edge is up. There's the Stampede. Here comes the Double Edge. But Olart drops the stun just in time and now picks up the kill instead. A little bit of hesitation there from both sides.
Yeah, but the clutch Stampede coming in, guaranteeing that kill.
Tower is under attack.
A hasted Windrunner, potentially going top. We might see some action up here. As Lin decided, you know what? I got trapped in the trees down there. I didn't like it. I'm not going back. Going back to my home, the top lane, where the trees are friends.
So up top here, the Wind Ranger is sitting up. Louis drops the silence, gonna put some plinks on him.
Oh.
Wind Ranger gonna put down the stun, however, to help out his her shaker.
That shackle was like
Middle tower
a
should
few
be
millimeters from connecting with the tree behind. If the drow had been standing like a centimeter up, that would have connected.
So close.
And
The
this
Earthshaker
dive.
being very brave, getting hit by the silence. There's the frostbite. Earthshaker's gonna look to pound the
the
ground. Earthshaker's looking for a fissure here to lock in the drow. However, he throws it back. And there comes the arrow. Lock it onto the Earthshaker. Earthshaker's in a lot of trouble here as now is gonna drop in and drop that storm. 3 range heroes on Powerpuff Girls doing work on poor Earthshaker as he was trying to walk in there.
Now with great map awareness, rotating in quickly and really like guaranteeing that kill with the arrow. Also level 6 now, so Moonlight Shadow is a threat. Look at the aggressive wards coming out from Powerpuff Girls again. They have that same Shrine ward. They saw that Shaker TP in. They know he's down there. They've got this one watching the rune rotation or any top rotations, and they've got this ward up here, letting them know if there's an enemy support rotating in from the tower.
So up top, Shang-Chi just putting a little bit of harass on Crabkick. Crabkick gonna turn around. Undying, flexing his muscles.
Yep, it's tough to harass an Undying. Back to last hits here. It looks like Medusa is leading the pack, 68-16, but the 3 cores of the Killer Lemons are immediately behind, with 41, 41, and 30 respectively between Shaker, Windranger, and Wraith King. Ooh, a Rampage coming out.
So the dire side do see the Earthshaker bottom. They're going to go on him. Earthshaker's going to throw out his Fissure, try to walk away here as Wraith King comes in to help. Wraith King's going to get double edge. He's going to throw his stun. Wraith King starts putting beats. However, it looks like both are just going to walk away.
Yeah, a little disengaged from both sides there. They're like, you know what, neither of us can kill the other. Let's go farm.
Up top, Nami setting up on Louis. Nami does have that invisibility.
Do they
Looking
know?
for this drow.
They don't know.
They do have sight on the top power room, so I think they do know.
They saw the invis come in and they just decided to back up.
Down bottom, there's fights going on. Earthshaker's gonna find Mirana, put the hits on her. Mirana's gonna pop Moonlight Shadow, so the Centaur and the Mirana can just walk around unfettered. Centaur's gonna put the stomp onto the Wraith King. There's that. Medusa coming in with the snake. Wraith King's gonna have enough mana though to come back, as there are 3 Radiant heroes here to do a little bit of battle. The Earthshaker
There's the
walks
Echo.
in, Echo Slam, boom, Fissure,
Big
keeping the
Fissure.
permalock on the Medusa, who doesn't have their shield up. And the CM's gonna ulti Shang-Chi, taking down Eggbake, as the rest of the Radiant side are gonna try to walk out through the side jungle here.
Oh, here comes
there goes the Tombstone.
Undying.
Crabcake gonna turn around here
They're not
as the
focusing
Earthshaker
the
is gonna go down. However, Crabcake's gonna pick up the Centaur, moving on to the Mirana. There's nowhere to hide. The zombies are on you. There goes the stun from the Wraith King, and down goes Mirana.
Wow, that's an amazing fight for Killer Lemons. They lost their Shaker, which, yes, sucks, but picked up 3 super valuable heroes, including that highest net worth in the game, Medusa. How much money was that kill worth?
There's a 1,000 gold swing from the Dire side to the Radiant side on that one.
About 1,500, and it looks like, yeah, wow, that was the Undying gained $743 from that fight. That's it. That's essentially a good chunk of your mechanism.
Undying doing a lot of work in this early game. They're going to be looking to find these fights mid and early game to make full effect out of his power.
Yeah, Earn a Shadow, so really going for a fighting Undying. Talana in halfway to the Shaker's Blink. So once that comes online, it's going to be a lot harder for Powerpuff Girls to fight. They need to really make sure they carry Dusts and Sentries, but they do have Zeus to nullify the Mirana. But still, carry those Dusts and Sentries, ladies and gentlemen. They are worth their weight in gold.
Dyer's top
Right now, everybody's just kind of backed off a little bit here. Earthshaker's making use of top. Our Wraith King's looking to make use of bottom. Wraith King wrapping on the Centaur bottom. Just going to throw the stun and secure some last hits.
middle tower isn't
Oh,
going to
we do have ultimate up on the Zeus, so that's another threat coming out from the side of Killer Lemons. I keep wanting to call them Killer Demons, which is much more threatening than Killer Lemons, but Killer Lemons is such a better name.
Uh-oh. They're going on the Wraith or the Wind Ranger here middle. Mirana's going to jump forward. Out goes the
Cool.
Stampede. The CM drops their ulti. Mirana's going to get away. Undying in a little bit of a dangerous spot. However, Undying's going to be able to get away as well.
Yeah, they
Lots of
ended up,
ults came out
end
there.
up losing the Tombstone there, which is unfortunate. It's a decent gold swing to get that Tombstone, but Stampede wasted and no kills to show for it.
100%. So the Dire are going to put a little bit of pressure on middle tower. They've used up all their ultimates, so I think the Radiant are going to start flexing here. Earthshaker's very close. He doesn't have any mana. However, Soul Ring is available. Crabcake's going to pull ulti. Going to start decaying the Medusa.
Oh.
The arrow's going to go a little wide. However, Crabcake is in a little bit of trouble as the Centaur starts. The Shackle comes out. Big Shackle. Nami now putting damage onto the rest of the team, trying to back out. Earthshaker's going to show up. Echo Slam is available. They're going to go on to the Crystal Maiden. Ronnie still chasing in the back line. Eggbake's going to find him. Trying to avoid the double edge there. Double edge does come out on Zeus. There's a big Shackle, and he goes down to the power shot.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Confirmed. Kill confirmed. Game is looking much better for the side of the Lemons. They're managing to keep in it very easily. The gold difference is sub 1k at the moment. Powerpuff Girls just not able to find the same fights they were able to last game with that roaming murder squad of Wind Ranger, LC, and Witch Doctor.
Absolutely. I find this in most games that we do cast, that it seems though the first game, the teams usually one team gets and is able to hold it. Second game, the momentum's a lot more even. They realize what kind of game wants.
They realize what kind of stuff they're trying to pull.
Alright, so everybody's just kind of farming out right. Looks as though Art might be in a little bit of trouble bottom as 3 Dire heroes are converging on him.
So let's see. Tlenalat Shaker's got his blink. Like,
oh jeez.
this is scary.
And,
no mana. Ooh. TP's happening all over the map. Zeus heads bottom, Undying heads top. Oh, that Zeus almost eats an arrow. Gonna get stunned by Ronnie. That is a dead Zeus. Unfortunately, it looks like they had decided to leave that tower to die, but the Zeus unfortunately still TV'd to it, and they decided, you know what, that's okay, we'll sack the Zeus.
Double damage. Not much good's happening to
Up top, looks like we're gonna go for the full vitality. What was that item called? Shadow Urn upgrade. What is that called? Spirit Vessel. The Spirit Vessel is going to be coming out for Undying, which is pretty powerful. No immediate counters. Oh wow.
Spirit
Tombstone
Vessel
comes out, and down it goes. Yeah, Spirit Vessel really good against heroes who heal a lot, but also just really good at running down enemy teams. So it looks like Killer Lemons is lining up to just take a bunch of fights here.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Yeah, so they don't know, I think, that the Shaker has his blink ready. So that's going to be a huge reveal when it eventually comes about. That said, they do. The Powerpuff Girls do have a lot of wards. Thank you. Wait, are you listening to the stream, Tlenalat? There's a diffusal up on Wind Ranger, so that's actually going to be really nice for fighting that Medusa. Focus Fire diffusal hits will burn the tar out of that mana shield. Shaker. Echo Slam comes out. Oh! The Zeus ult almost taken down Centaur War Runner. Not quite enough.
as he tries to walk away here. The
Medusa
raid team is going to
in.
continue onto the Drow. However, Medusa's going to pop her ulti, chase him away.
Stay out of Riverdale. Oh, here
there
comes
goes
a
the
big
snake. The tombstone is down. Tombstone's in a little bit of trouble as the Medusa is teeing off, throwing those arrows every which way onto Crabcake. Crabcake's going to walk away here as the Wraith King does move forward. Wraith King is going to try to tank for their team, and in comes the Earthshaker, getting the stun off, punching down that Drow.
It's not enough.
The Drow is going to be protected by the Mirana, by the Medusa. The power shot comes in retort. However, the Radiant team do seem to back up here.
They end up losing one there. And it's... Oh, there goes the Wraith King ult, actually. Should be able to make it out.
Zeus is in a lot of
Oh,
trouble
wow.
as the Medusa comes forward, but all the damage comes out. It takes down Medusa. Huge shackle coming out here. The Drow is just kind of teeing off onto Wraith King. Wraith King does not have ultimate, so he is going to go down.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate the Echo Slam wasn't up for that segment of the fight. Unfortunately, Tlenalat had used it before in an attempt to escape. Nearly made it out too. But all the Killer Lemons really needs is one fight where they can initiate with Echo on 3 or 4 people, and the Undying Zeus combo after can just shred a bunch of damage into there.
The Powerpuff Girls are only up 4K net worth, which is nothing at this point of the game at 8 or 19 minutes.
Yeah, that's one good team fight. That's all that is, or even like 2 or 3 towers.
All right, so Bounty Rune's coming up in 1 minute. Both teams have disengaged to try and get some farm.
Killer Lemon still favoring the defensive wards here up on the pinnacle near 2-1 top lane. Whereas Powerpuff Girls, no defensive wards. They are looking to murder. They got these offensive wards up in the upper shrine area. Is that the only ward on the board right now for the Powerpuff Girls? I mean, that's enough. That's enough wards to like murder somebody. Oh, there's one up here. So another one that just prevents them from coming in and invading the jungle.
This is one of the first times I have ever seen Medusa with Shadowblade. However, I do like the idea of ulti with Shadowblade.
Wait, you ult and then Shadowblade, then you like walk in front of them? Can they still see you? Are they still looking at you if you're invisible?
Oh, down bottom. Earthshaker's gonna look right at Medusa. Almost taking Medusa out. Now is in a lot of trouble, however, as the Zeus is just gonna kind of man up, and Zeus is gonna throw down the lightning bolt, but it's not enough as Dusa uses that Mask of Madness to full effect. Crab Cake shows up. Deuce is now invisible. Deuce is gonna start attacking. There goes the Tombstone. The zombie's gonna chase, but Stampede comes out. Nami coming in, throwing the shackle shot. They shoot the power shot right after to take down Dusa, who was affected by Stampede.
Wow. That was a bold play for Medusa to turn around and go fight again. It did not pay off. Wind Ranger shows up, lands a shackle, hits the power shot, and that's dead Medusa. That Medusa, honestly, props to Medusa for living as long as you did. I expected you to be dead as soon as you got Echo Slammed at the start.
You know what? You gotta make those plays to get anything, you know? Risk it to get the biscuit.
Get the biscuit. Echo Saber up
The dire
on Wraith
side.
King. Looks like going to be going for Armlet of Morgan afterwards. Pretty standard pickup. Skipping the Midas. Thank you for skipping the Midas. I hate watching Midas Wraith King. Looks like next up on Shaker is going to be Yule Scepter, which is a pretty standard pickup. You can stop a stampeding centaur at you. You can lift the CM out of her ult. A lot of useful skills there. You can lift the Medusa as well, although I don't know if that really cancels gaze or not. Do you know, Juva?
No, I do not. However, Olart is in a little bit of trouble top. Olart's going to walk away. They're fine. The Earthshaker is here to help out if needed.
Drow going to be going for a... Actually, Drow has her Shadowblade. Next up, Butterfly, and she almost has the Eagle Song already, so she's going to start dishing out some damage.
So poor Crystal Maiden did go down there. We did miss it, however.
Pour one out for
quick.
Crystal Maiden. Life of a support. Sometimes you're just playing the game and then you're not playing the game anymore.
So the Centaur does get the Blink Dagger up. Mirana finishes a Spirit Vessel as well. And to curve the life-stealing aura of the Wraith King.
Oh, Quicksilver using that Shadowblade. Pretty aggressive play here from the Medusa.
Pings are going out onto Nami by the dire side. They look to want to kind of pick them up.
Ooh.
Now invisible. Nami popping that dust of appearance. They know that now is around. Up top, unfortunately, Eggbake goes down to Medusa. Who got the precision aura. Did all that extra damage.
You mean had that extra attack speed, as they've recently changed that. Which, I mean, converts to extra damage. This Medusa is playing like a Clinks. Running around with Shadowblade and just trying to murder, which is, I love watching this. This is fun.
Stampede does come out. Medusa under tower. The Shackle's going to go out and catch Medusa there. Olart's going to throw the stun. Medusa's out of mana. Medusa's in a lot of trouble here as the final attacks do come out. Olart picking up a kill on the Quicksilver. Next they're going on the Drow. The Drow is going to try to back up. Crab Cake putting that damage on it. The Earthshaker finds the CM and interrupts the TP out. However, the two Strength Boys are going to continue walking down middle as Earthshaker is going to chase CM up into the triangle. Dire managed to disengage except for the pops the Glimmer Scale and continues to walk away. Nami not going to let them go though as Shang-Ti continues to try to move out of there. There's the Shackle, unfortunately. There goes CM.
There goes CM. Life of a maiden. Getting hunted.
On middle, Crab Kick being very brave.
Yep.
The Drow Silence does come out as Crab Kick tries to walk away, and the arrows are going to bring down Crab Kick.
Wraith King also being very brave right now. Oh!
Wraith King's not afraid though. There goes the Zeus ulti, dropping the Centaur near to nothing. Olart going up the hill here. Ronnie gonna back up, and there comes a zap from Zeus once again doing the damage. Medusa is screaming elsewhere on the map, looking to drop that ultimate.
Oh.
There goes the arrow by Murata. It's gonna connect onto the Earthshaker. Here comes Murata with the storm, and Quicksilver's gonna finish off the Shaker. Woo!
What a spicy arrow coming out from Murata. 2000 IQ. Just like, yeah, going straight for the hill. And so the Earthshaker did.
That Murata got me so hype. That arrow so spicy through the trees. My gosh.
Threw one flaming hot Cheeto through the trees.
Insane. Great arrow. Great arrow. Holy. Next
Amazing.
level play.
Like, that was a big back and forth fight. A lot of what I thought were overextensions turned out to be very tactical plays, with Lin's Earthshaker blinking in and picking up the Drow with just a blink Fissure.
Both teams making great strides here.
Wait, let's
The
talk
dire
about
side.
how good this Diffusal Blade is on Wind Ranger. In that fight where Medusa got shackled mid behind the T1, Wind Ranger just focus fired and all her mana was gone. And, like,
Up top here. The Earthshaker finds the Dusa, throws the Fissure. Unfortunately, Dusa still gets the bounty. Yes, that Diffusal Blade is an insane
so
pickup on Wind Ranger.
so much work. Do you remember TI9 when they're like, gyrocopter with a diffusal? Who would ever build that? And then it turned out to be like the most tactical thing of all time.
100%. And with the changes to Wind Ranger's ultimate in like maybe half a year ago, when everybody got new eggs, now that proc happens no matter what on the ultimate. She doesn't need her Aghanims for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot. I'm not a Wind Ranger player.
So bottom, it looks to be
boy.
they're setting up here.
Come on,
Quicksilver's
Eggbake.
gonna find Eggbake.
Shoot a random lightning bolt. Just shoot a random lightning bolt. Oh, no.
The Dusa kind of sitting right on top of them, but the team is right behind him. Eggbake in a lot of trouble as Dusa is going to tee off. Murata now in trouble as well as the Echo Slam does come out. Dusa does get Yules. The Stampede is not going to go off. Dusa trying to walk away here. However, Wraith King is putting down the beats. The ulti is going to come out. Dusa doesn't have the mana to TP out, so they might as well turn and fight. Ronnie coming to help Dusa out. Oh my gosh, there is a huge double edge as Dusa keeps throwing those arrows. The Earthshaker now on Dusa. Dusa's got no mana. Dusa's just going to try to walk away as Earthshaker is going to try to stay on top of them. Olart chasing down the Centaur at the same time. There goes the hit. Dusa is going to go down. The rest of the Radiant team is there as the Drought does show up. Buybacks coming out on the Zeus, on the Dusa, dropping the Zeus ultimate as Earthshaker is still around. There goes the stun. Nami ready. They do have the shackle ready. The silence does go out. However, they're going to clean up the Drow as Ronnie gets away.
Wow. MVP of that fight, definitely Lin. The Shaker positioning there, the amount of times Yules was used to stop the rampage, or to stop the stampede, and then to line up the stuns after was just excellent. Just kept the Medusa locked down.
So the dire side are going to find 3 of the Radiant there. It is just Ronnie and Quicksilver. They're going to choose to disengage.
Oop.
Dusa comes out of Invis to try and farm some Ancients.
Not so winded now.
There's the arrow. Going to go a little wide as the Radiant choose to disengage here.
Let's have a look at that. Fight recap is already gone, so let's just have a look at network chart. Yeah, definitely slowly swinging back to the side of Killer Lemons. Slowly swinging back. A few more of those fights, and it'll be pretty close to even. Actually, XP-wise, it's back in the favor of KL. Killer Lemons is leading the XP right now after those last 2 fights.
Zeus support still proving me wrong, doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, Zeus support. Net worth-wise in the game, however, still leading by Murata Drow by about 1,000. Like, Murata Drow are at the top of the chart. That said, Shaker, Wraith King, Wind Ranger are all right on their heels. Once 1 or 2 more items, once Wraith King really becomes online and gets some like big damage here, it looks like Wraith King is going to be going Assault Cuirass. Once that comes online, it's just going to be a terror to deal with. Like, you're going to have to kill him like 3 times once he hits level 18.
It's true.
Whereas
he
Medusa's
does get
farm
a little
slightly
ridiculous.
fallen off. Yeah, he gets a little ridiculous. And Medusa's farm is now slightly fallen off. Looks like Medusa has almost completed her... What is she going? Silver Edge now? What are we breaking? Windrun? Or no?
You cannot break Wind Run, to my knowledge.
No, you definitely can't. It is not a passive. Maybe I don't know what they're looking to break. Maybe just the bonus damage coming out from Silver Edge, which is totally fair. Like if you're gonna build a Shadow Blade, you might as well upgrade it, or otherwise you're wasting a slot. Oh.
The Medusa ulti does come out as they do
The
move
Invis
forward
ulti.
here onto
And-
Crab Cakes. Hold the Undying taking an insane amount of damage as the Undying tries to turn away and walk away, however stunned and stuck there.
So, a little tidbit now that we now know is that Gaze does not work when you're invis. At least it didn't seem to work on that Undying.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Chasing back the Radiant. They're ready to see this T2.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Nami MKB online.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So they're going to do their best to defend the Radiant on the high ground. So the Dire are going to back up a little bit.
TP's coming out. Drow dangerously close to Butterfly. That said, the MKB's already been built.
MKB. Does it still do the mini stuns? No, just 75%
yep.
pierce through evasion.
Just the evade pierce, which is enough.
Yeah, so smokes come out on the Radiant side. Top, Nami does find CM, and CM is gonna go down.
Yep, that's what happens when your Wind Ranger carries a dust. Instant shack
Moonlight
coming out
does
of
come
Wind Ranger.
out. Huge. Moonlight comes out. Ronnie is gonna steal Alert. Ronnie's gonna choose to back.
Smoke on the Earthshaker. Looking to go Aghanim's next, just about halfway to it.
Deuce is just hanging out in their in the Radiant jungle. They have so much sight in that area.
Just to farm it out. These sentries, how did they not see each other? They're very close to seeing each other. They've all decided to ward different sections. They've agreed that we're not going to de-ward each other. We'll just ward separate sections of this jungle.
Nami getting wrapped on by 3
There's
of the
the
Dire
Yules.
heroes. Yule's up, arrow goes down. However, Olart there to stun the Centaur. Nami still has Shackle. The Snake is going to collide. Nami throws the Shackle. She's got enough for Wind Run. Yeah, Wind Ranger's now going to run away. Olart in a little bit of trouble now.
Oh.
And there's the Tombstone. Just to zone, just to give Wraith King a little bit of room there. Zeus taking a lot of damage from Quicksilver now comes in with the storm. Echo Slam by the Earthshaker. Earthshaker now going to get Yules up in the air. Quicksilver pops ultimate. Earthshaker's going to be able to drop another fissure. However, Earthshaker's going to go down to the 3 range heroes in the back line. Ronnie doing Ronnie's job. Zoning the other team.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, now this Medusa is just horrifying right now to fight. So much damage, especially with the Manta.
The stun comes out on the Wind Ranger. Here comes the Dire side to make full use of it. Starstorm's going to fall. And down goes Wind Ranger as the push for T3 now commences.
Nothing feels quite as delicious when you're playing Mirana as landing just an arrow that you really didn't expect to land.
Radiant's top tower
So Earthshaker does buy back to try to drop a little bit of harass here as the Drow is just going to tee off on this Rax. Centaur throwing a stun. Help his team just finish off these objectives. The Mirana arrow also landed on the Wraith King. Wraith King does move up. Louis going to put a little bit of harass. The fissure comes out, but Louis gets on the right side of that fissure as another Mirana arrow comes out and lands on Undying. The Medusa starts teeing off on the Wraith King. However, there's nothing to gain here, so the Dire side are going to back up using Stampede.
I imagine they are stampeding to Roshan.
Crabcake going to throw the tomb right beside tower here. Dusa just has the damage, has the range to take out that
Yep.
tombstone as soon as it goes down, as the arrow does come out and lands on the Undying.
Yeah, at this point in the game, if you're Undying, your Tombstone is pretty much paper against this lineup. Your best bet is to like hold it until like halfway through the fight where people are distracted by an Echo Slam or something.
Here come the Powerpuff Girls up the hill. Dusa's going to pop her ulti, as the rest of them are going to try to start walking away. Zeus is going to turn around at the wrong time, however. But
Whoa,
Dusa does
what an
get
echo.
stunned. The Echo Slam in the backline. The Fissure also comes out. Earthshaker doing so much damage back here to the Dire team. There's the Zeus ulti. Drow barely getting out with their life. CM throws down the field as Wind Ranger comes up. Drow tries to man fight the Wind Ranger, but it's gonna go down. CM trying to get out now. Run, Shang-Chi, run! The shackle doesn't shackle to anything. Shang-Chi keeps running. However, they're gonna catch Shang-Chi with all the stuns. Radiant getting that fight they wanted, and now able to do something off the back of it.
Oh wow, that's a big fight. Was there a buyback there on the side of Yeah, no buybacks. That's a massive, absolutely massive fight for Cure Lemons. We're seeing the exact same Araxes go down as last game. Top went down first, and then mid T3 went down. And the same thing happened. They got pretty much 5-0'd.
So they're looking to pick up Roshan on the side of Killer Lemons. The Earthshaker is going to back up, defend the top area, defend those T4s, as Undying and Susie, I call Zeus Susie by the way, start pushing down middle if you haven't noticed.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Looks like Drow's got Focus Fire up on the on Roshan now, so it should not be long. While Undying and Zeus make quick work, well, not actually very quick work of the T2, but they're making work of it. Arrow comes in, misses, hits a range creep, but now not backing away. Ooh. Misses the Yules,
Alright.
hits a range creep. That's unfortunate.
They take T2, they take Roshan. This is looking good for Killer Lemons.
Lemons are getting together, looking for a push. Just what do you call a bunch of lemons together? Like a pack of lemons, like a bag of lemons. Like, what do you buy them?
It could be a bag,
Are they in a branch? Do they grow on trees? Yes.
Yes.
A branch? We'll call them a branch. Affirmative. Thank you, Talana Lynn.
Lemons. You sure you got the delay going? No, just kidding. Of
I've
course
got
it
that
is.
delay going.
Eggbake in a scary spot. The Centaur is going to miss his stun as Eggbake's going to try to get to that high ground. There goes the arrow. Just barely going to miss. As the Zeus keeps running away. The Dire do see the Zeus booking it. And there is
looks
the fissure
like
to
Zeus
protect it.
is running through like mud. Oh, here's another arrow. Dodge.
Ooh, a good
They
dodge to the
split
side.
difference.
The Shrine is going to go down. Dire going to remove that positioning. As the Medusa now has a Scotty up, making the Medusa very tanky.
This sentry,
And a little bit spooky.
This sentry is like a millimeter out from this ward. Tactical warding.
Dangereux. As the Dire side start to move forward on this T3, just like last game. They want to use the range advantage on the enemy team. Earthshaker does have his Echo up. He's going to go into the trees. Great positioning. As the Centaur just walks up to the tower. The Tombstone goes down. The enemy team starts focusing the Tombstone. There goes the Echo Slam. Drow takes most of the brunt of the damage. Drow is one hit away. Drow goes down. The Earthshaker does go up into the Yules. There goes the jump. Tries to get the CM to stun her out. However, CM is going to get the ulti off and be able to back up. That's 1-1 to either side. Drow going down here. It's going to be hard for them to remove that Medusa. However, if Wind Ranger does get on Medusa with the quickfire, there goes the shackle. Out comes Focus Fire, but however, Nami is stunned.
There's a cheese.
The hits do come out. The cheese does get popped. Nami's going to stay on Quicksilver, but Quicksilver's going to get force staffed away. The wind run coming out here. Quicksilver starts TPing. Nami's not going to see it. However, Nami does see the Mirana. Mirana Yules his Nami. Throws the arrow. Gonna stun. Olart pretty close to now. Olart's going to keep walking. On the path of blood goes the Wraith King. But he chooses the path of regeneration.
Passive regeneration. A truly adult choice. That Earthshaker. Yeah, that was a play. That was a play. Unfortunately, the team just wasn't able to capitalize. Okay, I'm concerned that she's actually watching the stream now.
The Earthshaker does jump in. Does a huge Echo Slam. The tower now at 1% health.
Essentially
They've kept that
deleted
T3.
Drow solo. Unfortunately, the rest of the team just wasn't in proximity to really put the nail in the coffin on that one, so they managed to get out with little cost.
It's hard for the rest of the team to advance onto this Dire team. I'm so concerned. I'm assuming it's just random, but you're freaking me out, man.
Freaking me out.
However, it's hard to go forward when you know that Centaur is there waiting to jump you. So the Wind Ranger in a little bit of a dangerous spot. Drow or Medusa and Mirana going into the jungle here, gonna pick it up. Radiant side kind of getting together here.
Okay, I have just checked my own stream. I am in fact delayed, so this is just
Okay, good.
very strange.
The Earthshaker is psychic. All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right, so this bottom area is looking to be a place highly contested. The Mirana is going to find the Zeus. Start putting the planks on him. There goes the Shackle. Mirana's in some dangerous area as the Focus Fire is going to take Mirana down.
MKB, BKB, Diffusal Blade on Nami. It's just, you can shred anybody on their team right now, except maybe the Centaur.
Wind Ranger is going to be crucial in taking down the Dusa here in later fights. They're checking Roshan. Roshan's still down.
Sanj and Kaya queued up for Shaker, saying, you know what, forget the Force Staff, I want to just devastate people with Echo Slams, which is an awesome thing to watch in fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rolling around with that jump, farming the map.
Yules has done a lot of work for this Earthshaker as well. After they Echo Slam, they've been able to put themselves right up as all the range heroes start going on them.
Was that Aegis
giving them a few more seconds.
Did I just hear an Aegis
It
expire?
must have been. Zeus going for their eggs now. 2 more pieces needed.
Egg Zeus is filthy, and it's equally filthy when you combine it with Egg's Earthshaker.
Up top here, both teams kind of positioning for a fight. They do see Wraith King. The Dire don't have wards anywhere past this area, so they know Wraith King is there. Wraith King goes up the hill into the danger zone. Wraith King's got an extra life after the CM ulti has been used. Will the Radiant side go in to help? Dust is popped. Wraith King is going to throw his stun. However, Medusa's zoning with their ultimate. The arrow comes out. Radiant are going to avoid it all. Oh, except for Crab Gang, who gets cut by it. And here they come, the Dire side, about to put as much damage as they can onto Undying. And Undying is going to fall, forcing the Radiant to retreat back to base. They do have buyback on the Wraith King. However, Undying has to sit in the waiting room.
In timeout. That's really unfortunate
those
because
arrows.
they need the Undying Greaves and the Undying Spear Vessel these fights.
Powerpuff Girls looking to take advantage of this, I believe. It looks like they're setting up here. Pushing in top lane. The Wind Ranger are going to push out bottom. They have less to worry about when the push middle comes. Racks are exposed.
Yep. Looks like Desolator is queued up for Nami. Just trying to like chew through the enemy hero HP pool.
100%. Drow and Medusa make short work out of these racks as the Radiant side are setting up to defend bottom.
The King has to buy back here.
There's an illusion on the Earthshaker, and Nami's getting gone on here by 3 of the Dire heroes, and unfortunately goes down. They do have buybacks on 2 other heroes. Drow does pop BKB, just trying to zone out the enemy team, playing some mind games so they can secure these racks here to get the mega creeps.
I want to see that Echo Slap.
Earthshaker throws the fissure. Undying is up. So 4 up on the side of the Radiant. Wind Ranger so far not buying back.
This is an Echo.
There goes the Tombstone. The Tombstone is there. In comes the Earthshaker. Huge Echo Slam, wiping out 2 of the Dire side almost immediately. There's the buyback on Wind Ranger as the Earthshaker is going to jump onto the Dusa, finishing Dusa off, and they're going to chase down Centaur. Centaur uses his Blink BKB to get out of the range of fire, but here comes the Stampede. Earthshaker still chasing. Boom! Shackle comes out. Fissure does come out next, and here comes the final hits on the Centaur. They do have buybacks on the Dire side. Some are going to come out. It looks as though Radiant know that they have to push down middle if they're going to have a chance at ending this game. That Echo Slam.
I just saw the creeps amassing and the heroes also amassing. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Making use of the Undying Zombies underneath that Tombstone.
See, that was exactly the fight they needed. They needed a few more of them, like 15, 20 minutes ago. But now that they got one, they've got a taste of riches.
So Wind Ranger and Earthshaker putting pressure here on this middle lane. 2 buybacks on the side of the Dire. If Drow or Mirana go down here, they're in trouble. If Wind Ranger goes down here, the Radiant are in trouble. But at this point, they have 0 choice but to try and get this T3.
Arrow does not connect. Looks like
Wind
Focus
Ranger
Fire
making
is
short
doing
work of the Tire. There's the Moonlight Shadow. No reveal down on the Radiant side. So
They make the
Mirana and
adult
Drow want to
decision
move up here.
to just book it.
Earthshaker gonna TP back. There goes the Atos onto Windranger. Windrager's gonna pop BKB and fire back at Now. Now is gonna use their jumps to get away. Nami going uphill. Gonna TP back as well as Medusa TPs into the shrine. Not gonna find anything.
That was a last millisecond BKB. I thought that arrow connected for real.
Very, very close. As now both teams are back up. The Radiant side do have to defend against Mega Creeps. Roche is still down. So we'll see what the Dire decide to do here. They do still have buybacks on, I believe, 3 of their heroes.
Illusion.
Invisibility.
So Radiant have buyback on Wraith King, on Zeus, and the Dire have buybacks on the Centaur Crystal Maiden.
This is actually very interesting. If you look at the XP earned, Killer Lemons is up 15k XP.
Woo!
But they're down 10k
They've definitely
gold.
put in a lot of work.
That just speaks to the sheer amount of like farming power that Medusa has.
Absolutely.
Her net worth is 8,000 gold above Drow, who is second, who is like a few hundred gold above Wraith King.
Oh, so up top, they see the 2 supports farming the lane, pushing it out here. Earthshaker is also there, so Earthshaker will see the Medusa and the Mirana coming first.
Oh, they grab bounties and back out. Roshan is up very shortly. And he is back.
Killer Lemons holding out here, doing a great job protecting their base.
Spoil that shot.
Well, they know he's around. Get that 5-second arrow on Roshan. They're gonna make quick work of him. Grab that cheese, grab that Aegis, and just walk up the hill and fight. Do you give it to the Drow or do you give it to the Medusa in this situation?
I think you give it to Drow. Drow's been getting caught out by the Echo Slams a lot. This Earthshaker's been making short work of Drow. And you want that aura.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You need the aura up. Medusa has enough survivability on her own with the mana shield, despite the fact that she's mostly getting burnt down. Still more survivable than Drow.
Cheese does go on to Centaur.
Yep. Looks like Lotus almost complete on Crab Cake. Well, it counters the Yules, it counters the Atos, it counters CM Frostbite. And the Snake, I suppose.
Yep, Snake's pretty strong.
We've broken 500 last
cheese.
hits on Medusa.
Woo! Medusa does have that Satanic. Gonna help to keep Medusa up for sure.
Satanic doesn't help if you get Echo Slammed and Focus Fired, though, if you're stunned the whole time. Oh, they smoked under vision, so, yeah. Unfortunately, the Powerpuff Girls saw that happen.
Smoke is hard to utilize when you have Mega Creeps running at your base at the moment.
It becomes very
Undying
obvious
Windranger.
that you're not
They're gonna
in your
bump
base.
into the Centaur. Windranger hits the Shackle. It's a little dangerous as the Centaur does have the Crimson Guard and the Reaver up. Centaur is gonna hit BKB just to walk away. He doesn't know who's there.
That's totally fine for the side of Killer Lemons. That's a BKB spent. Dire Courier died during that.
Whew.
Oh, look at that. Crazy world. A lot of things happening.
Alright, Radiant doing everything they can to keep this base safe.
Yeah.
It's all about the next few minutes here as the Dire wait for these buybacks to come back online. Dusa farming out a buyback. She only needs 1,000 more gold.
The lack of a Maelstrom on the Windranger is hurting their base defense here. It's just harder to push out. The Diffusal is proving really strong against Medusa, but not so effective against the Mega Creeps.
Alright, Dire just farming out buybacks. You know what? They're in no rush. They're not mega'd.
Yep. Playing the safe game. The game that we generally do not play in pubs, and you get impatient. You try to push up a wall, and then you die twice and then lose the game. So props to you, Powerpuff Girls, for not doing this, and instead playing the correct, patient game of ensuring you can win when you push. That
Keeping
said,
the pressure up is definitely what they need to do.
they've got the cheese, they've got the Aegis. It's on them to push within this 5-minute window. And it looks like they are positioning to start that now.
All it takes is one good arrow. Oh, the smoke comes
Oh.
out. It is
Into
nighttime,
this
so
smoke.
the Radiant side didn't see it. Earthshaker's out in the front.
That's a random stun. Oh, smoke.
That was a rando stun. Oh, and there goes the Medusa gaze as they're going to just walk in here. The tombstone does go down. Zeus does get caught by the stomp. They're going to put damage on the Ancient. There goes the tombstone. As the fight does begin, Crabcake's taking a lot of damage. Nami getting caught out. The BKB is not going to save Nami. Out comes the Echo Slam by the Earthshaker, keeping them stunned for a solid 4 seconds. As the Moonlight Shadow comes out and Medusa starts going off on everybody. Pops cheese to get the mana back. Ronnie's going to be caught off on the side here, and Earthshaker's going to go down to the Mirana. There goes the Aegis on the Drow, as now is putting damage onto the Ancient. Pings go out. They're saying, we got to stop this. The push is happening. Dusa leveling off, and that is game 2 going towards Powerpuff Girls.
And that is a series 2-0 in the favor of Powerpuff Girls.
Well
Excellent
played
play
to
from
both
sides.
teams.
Yep, well played both
Whew.
sides. Whew, that was exciting. A lot of crazy arrows in that game.
Huge echoes.
Let's
Oh
have a
my
look
gosh.
At these stats.
All right, so as much as I want to give Shang-Chi support of the game, again, I'm going to give it to... I want to give it to Egg Bake, because Egg Bake proved me wrong. They proved me
support
wrong on the
Zeus.
Zeus.
It was good. It was good. I liked it. I liked seeing it. It was really good, especially against the Mirana. Like you
It
hit
did
those-
work
you
out.
hit those
Great
lightning
counter.
bolts, and honestly, like I'm surprised we don't see it more, given that you can literally just deward for free.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah. Thanks. See you all probably tomorrow for the finals. Bye bye now.